I loved this game. This is a 10 out of 10 game for me. 10 out of 10. If you are into this kind of game, even Souls games, or hack and slash action games like this, God of War, Ragnarok, right? This is a 10 out of 10. This is a must play, do not miss. Top tier, immediate all-time favorite one of my games now, okay? That brings me to this. Music. 10 out of 10. Boss design. Graphics, presentation. 10 out of 10. Combat. 12 out of 10. Cutscenes. 10 out of 10. Music. I think I already said it, but 10 out of 10. It's that good. It's a 10 out of 10. I love this game. It's my game of the year. Best game of the year. Best game I think I've even played since Elden Ring. Okay? Highly recommended. Thank you guys. Now let's just get this started. Now I'm going to apologize in advance, you know, for any mispronunciations. There's going to be a lot of them. I'm gonna be pronouncing stuff all across the board here, okay? So I apologize in advance. You can correct me as I go. You can correct me in the comments. Do whatever you want, okay? Welcome to the quintessential Black Myth Wukong tier list. All bosses ranked from best to worst. Now, as you know with my tier list, this is not just about difficulty. Difficulty does weigh in, plays a role. But it's not all there is. This is about how cool they are, how memorable they are. Just overall, how well I liked them. How iconic and classic instantly they are or not. Okay? So without further ado, let's just dig into this. This is in no order, it's random. And we're going to start with this bad boy right here, okay? Top of the list. Who do we got? Thank God they've got names. Apramanabat. Now, I remember this one. Okay? Close to 100 bosses. Apramanabat. This is the guy that you find when you first get to the snow area after you fight the people on the turtleback and you land on the next island. This is that dude right down the shoreline, flying around doing his thing. I don't think he's the best. Healer cam, we are using a rating system from S to F. Okay? Now, this is mid. It is. A lot of the flying ones, I don't know. I don't hate it. I think out of any tier list, I'm not going to have a lot in the F tier. I really... Yo, welcome Gaming Warrior. Welcome Trey. Healer Cam. Light of the Colossus. Matt Chit. Money Back. Chips Ahoy Base Camp. Welcome everybody. We're already going. We're underway. Buckle up. We're going to need some bathroom breaks in between. It's going to be a big one. Now, this isn't that cool. I really don't think it's that cool. I think it's mid. Honestly, maybe even a little bit lower than mid. We're starting with one of the ones that is not that great. There's not anything that special about him. I will say, it was cool that when I did the rock solid, when he came at me from the sky, it had like a unique animation where he like tripped, and I mean, that was kind of cool, but it really wasn't the best. Okay, it wasn't the best. What's up, Galactic? Welcome. You're just in time to see Apramanabat to go to... I kind of want to go D. I know we're starting out with a D, but like, it's just the luck of the draw. I don't think there's going to be that many Ds. I don't know if there's going to be any Fs. But I feel confident putting the Apramanabat. It's not that memorable to me, and you even start fighting a lot of enemies that are kind of similar. I just don't think he's that great. It's not the worst, though. I will say, this is all ranking them against each other within the game. So even Apramanabat could be cooler than bosses in another game. This is just ranking them among themselves. So against the other bosses in this game, it's a D tier. It's a D tier, okay? We're just going to move on to the next. Now, did it do all the frogs? It did. I don't know if we're going to need to do all the frogs separately, but let's just look, okay? There's a lot of these frogs in the game. Now, this one, you might need to remind me. Ba Lang Lang. This is the one in the smoky volcano area, right? And it was a pushover. A lot of the frogs I'm probably going to put on the same tier. Okay? Because they are all similar. It's one of the only repeat kind of bosses that the game has. They're all different, you know, not total, you know, just a swap, but I don't think they're the best. I don't even remember this one. This one died really fast. Yeah, chapter 5. Okay, this one died really fast. So I'm guessing a lot of the frogs are going to be in the same tier, but here's the thing. I'm not going to go D. I hear you saying D already. I'm not going to do it because the first time you see one of these frogs, in fact, there's 3 back-to-back. Let's just talk about them. What's up, Steven? Welcome. The first time you see one of these frogs, it's cool as hell, which is going to be this guy here, okay? I didn't expect to see these, like, real-life animals like this, and it was awesome. And I do think it's cool, just like the loons, which we'll get to, that there's multiple of them with different names and styles. I do kind of like that. So I'm not going to go D. I think you could go D, but overall, they're a little bit more memorable for me, just because they're big frog with clothes on. I like it, and I like that there's different ones, and I came to expect them. I liked them, okay? And let's just knock the rest out right here, or at least the rest we got right here. Now we got Bali Gaba. Now, was this the electric one in chapter 2? I mean, you got like the first frog. I don't even remember what he does. Then you got the electric one. And then you've got the one at the end of the game that does rock solid. So they all kind of just get different spells and elemental stuff going on. This is the poison one? Okay. I am going to put them in the same tier, though, at least for now. Stuff might move around as we go, but now this one arguably would probably be the best of the frogs because it's the first one you run into, and it's just really cool and unexpected. Bali Galang. Okay? But again, it's going to go in the same tier, okay? So we're going to put him right up there in the same spot. I'll put him at the top, though, okay? What the hell is this? Are we going to run into one I haven't seen, you guys? I hope not. What's this? Bishu Golden-Eyed Beast? Did I fight this? What, did I fight this? Bishui Golden-Eyed Beast? Did I fight this thing? They croaked with the frogs? I'm trying to remember this thing. We might have missed this one. Well, I've got references here I'm looking at. That's why I'm like, we thought that we hit every single boss in this playthrough. Which, well, let me take a look at this thing. Yeah, I fought it. I beat the hell out of this thing. I did. This is the thing. It's not great, you guys. I did fight this thing. This is in chapter, is it 5? The volcano-y one again. And we compared it to something. We did fight this thing just the last day. The day before last. It's not that great. No, we did. We definitely fought it. It's not that great. It was okay. It was jumping around. It was on fire. Honestly, not one of my favorite ones. Yes, it's the one in chapter 5 on the way to the secret room. Honestly, the fact that I even forgot about it until right now, I will say, man, this game was just cranking all the way to the end, right? And then chapter 5 and 6, some of the extra bosses started falling off a little bit, you know, compared to the first half of the game, but not to any bad degree. What's up, Brandon? How you doing, bro? Welcome. Good to see you, man. I told you guys Yakuza is going to clutch it, coming out from behind. So this guy, man, honest to God, I'm putting him below. I'm putting him below the frogs. I'm putting him below. He wasn't that hard. I already forgot about him until right now, and I just fought him 2 days ago. Granted, there's a lot to remember. We might move it around as the list lives and breathes and adjusts. But for right now, he's going in D. But you know what? He's cooler than the bat. I'll put him above the bat in D. Okay? Now, Steven's favorite. Black Bear Guai. This is a cool one. Yeah, VF, what's up, bro? This is a cool one. Now, this is the early game. Chapter 1. Feel free to correct me, but I'm just trying to go off memory. This is the other guy who I hope is in the list. You fight him earlier on in chapter 1 in the forest, but then he's like, man, you ain't that bad. Meet me on top of the mountain peak and I'll fight you again. And then when you get up there, he's this. And I think that is cool. Okay, Freshie? I think that is cool. Because you don't expect him to turn into the bear, and then you get up there and you see him as the bear, and I love the way it looks. I love how it's huge. I love the fur. It reminds me like I'm playing Tekken. It's awesome. I think the bear is cool. It's not that hard, but it's a little bit of a challenge early on. Healer Cam says F. Galactic says A, B. Yeah, I'm definitely not an F. I'm gonna go B. I could almost go A with it. We'll see as things unfold, but this is a cool one early on. Not quite a skill check, but I died a couple times, I think. It's cool, man. I liked it. Okay? Black Bear Guai is going B. B for Black Bear. Okay? Now, who do we got here? Black Loong. Oh, yeah. Now, I was a fan of the Loongs. Oh, I liked this guy more than the chat the day that we fought this guy. Black Loong was tight, bro. Now, this is just like I said with the frogs. I loved this thing where you've got several of the Loong. It probably just means dragon, or so. What does it mean? I'm like relating them maybe when I shouldn't be, but you've got like yellow Loong, red Loong, black Loong, cyan Loong, and all this. And I liked it. Just like the frogs, it was exciting every time we got to a new one. Now, the Loong fights were a little bit harder than the frogs. So it was like exciting to get to the new one and a little bit intimidating when you see what they're doing. It does mean dragon. Okay, I nailed it then. I like this guy. It was amazing, but not for the reasons you expect. Okay? He's got the big old things that he's like slamming together. Boom, boom. But when his fight started syncing with the music that was playing, it elevated the entire thing. It was so cool. What's up, Higgins? Welcome. It was so cool, dude. And then he starts slamming the ground to the beat. Boom, 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 boom. And you had to time it. It was so cool. And it was made even cooler by the fact that the game didn't really do this anymore. Like, music played a role, but it didn't, like, integrate into the fights other than Black Loom. So that is cool. That's cool, bro. So, Black Loom, I don't think it's the best of the Loons. The music thing kind of, oh man, you guys, he's either the lowest B or the highest C. What do you think? He's either the lowest B or the highest C. I kind of want to go low B just because of the music element. It was a unique thing in the game and they didn't do anywhere else. And I just like him slamming those balls, baby. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going B. I'm going to go low B. He might get moved down once we get to the real bangers. But I'm going to go B. You guys good on music? You can hear it, right? We're good. It's not too loud. So I'm going to go B. I'm going to go B for Black Loom. By the way, I did check. This is a 50-plus hour playthrough. Probably around 55 hours it took us to go through one playthrough, beat every boss. True ending. 55-plus. Black Loom, B tier. Okay? Now I'm going to say, like I always say, you guys, let's get Yakuza on top. Yakuza on top, guys. Come on, be real. Now, here he is, the Black-Winged King, also known as Higgins' dad, the guy that turns into the bear. So this is like the first fight before he turns into the bear. I didn't notice he had that claw mark, which is cool. I mean, it's cool when you first meet him. It's not as cool as when he's the bear. Thankfully, the order goes human, then bear, because it gets cooler. But like, I don't think this guy, I mean, this guy's whole fight is only cool because he really turns into the bear. Yeah, I mean, taking him alone at face value without him turning into the bear, it's kind of like built up to that. So I don't think it's good. I mean, it's not great. But I like that he builds up to the bear. So I'm going to put him in C. I like that he's like, oh, you think you want to fight me? Then come up to the peak. And then it's a kind of a surprise. So I like that. I do like that. I do like that. Okay? So we'll do that. Okay. Now these aren't the best. Let's be honest, you guys. Brown iron cart. So these are the carts in that chapter 5 area. These are the carts in the chapter 5 area where you could do this. Was it a side quest? I don't remember because we did it. But you got to break all the different carts. We're probably going to see others in the tier list now. They're not that cool. They just kind of sit there. They're on wheels, but I mean, at least the design is at least kind of cool. They got arms and legs and, you know, whatever. But not even close to being the best in the game. Yeah, brown iron fart, more like it. It's going to come down to, man, if we're going to have any Fs, I guess we might do F, huh? I feel bad because I even do like the design of the cart visually, but like, it's better. I mean, it's worse than the ones we have in D right now. The carts, I think, got to come down, okay? The carts are probably going to be F. But even that, man, I'm telling you, like, the quest for the carts was cool with the big Minotaur guy, you know, so that was something. That was something. Yeah, there might be some mini bosses in here. Anything that had a big boss life bar, we've got in here, I'm pretty sure. So now, this one might be controversial. What do you guys think of this? Buddha's right hand. Who remembers this? If you see this picture, you might not remember it. Yeah, the fights weren't good with the carts. You're right. So this is Buddha's right hand. I liked some of this, dude. This was the one where when you're in the caves, was it chapter 4 or 3? 4, I think. And you're in the cave system, right? And you find, I like the way you find it. You come down that little cavern, you know, and there's the hand just like saying, like sitting there. And there's an item in the hand, you know, like come get it. And it's just a hand. So you come and grab it, but of course it then aggroes and it's a boss. And it's the big arm dangling down that you're attacking the arm. It's Master Hand. And it was cool, dude. And then after you got like halfway through, it flipped around and like this was on the other side of it. It was really weird and gross. And then the other cool thing about it is after you killed it, it became the bridge. It like crawled out and died and then you walk across it as a bridge. So for all those reasons I just said, it's not the best, but it's definitely better than the brown iron cart, and it's memorable, you know? It's either going to be D or low C. It's either going to be D or low C. I'm going to go low C for now just because I feel like it's memorable. I'm not going to forget that. That was weird, and I like that it became a bridge. Yeah, I'm going to go low C. Chips Ahoy says low C. Healer Cam's giving everything an F. Okay, so Bullguard. Now this is the first official boss you fight in the game. Well, if you skip the intro thing, I guess. But this is the first, like, once you're not Wukong and you're playing the game, this is like the intro tutorial boss. This is the Asylum Demon, if you will, of this game, the tutorial. Actually, not really, because the tutorial was the thing I just said with the other main boss. But this is like, after you're actually playing the game, it started, and this is the first boss you run into, and they teach you, the guy teaches you the immobilize thing. I mean, what do you want to do with this, you guys? It's not that cool, but like, what do you expect? It's the very first one. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is, you guys. He's just gonna go D. Like, he's not like an F. He's not like a failed tutorial intro boss. It's cool that you learn to mobilize with them. It's cool that the guy even shows you how to do it there. It plays out cool, but it's a D. I'm not gonna go C. It's a D. It's a D, okay? It is what it is. Now, talk about another bad one. We're getting a lot of bad ones out of the way. Captain Kalpa Wave. The big walking lips here. Now, this thing looks way cooler than it actually is. When I first saw this thing, I thought it was going to be insane. But then it just stood there and did projectiles from a distance until I killed it. It was very easy. Probably one of the easiest bosses in the game. Once again, the visual is kind of cool. The boss itself was not that cool. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to remember this one very well. Freshy's got a no comment. It's a blood-spitting son of a... There's really not too much going on here. I didn't even spend that much time with it. Didn't even get to appreciate it. Not much to appreciate. It's coming down to the D. I'm even going to put it right above the Bull Guard there. That's it. That's where he goes, okay? Don't you worry, guys. We have all these to catch up. All these S's and A's are hidden in here. It's like an Easter egg hunt, okay? Now, speaking of another guy that I totally forgot existed, the way this list is ordered, man, it's like it front-loaded a lot of these mids, okay? Now, none of the bosses that I even put in D are terrible. They all served a purpose. That's why I said that caveat at the beginning, that this is all these bosses like ranked against the others in the game, not other games. So it's like, even the lowest, well, I don't think there was any boss in this game I hated. I didn't like hate any boss. This the laser beam guy. I don't know how you're gonna put this in A, Fat Mo. No way, bro. No way, bro. What's up, Charlie? What's up, Charlie? Everybody get Yakuza up, you guys. Get Yakuza up. I don't think this is a B. I don't think this is an A. I am way on the other side for you guys on this one. This is the guy that when you wind up in that prison area at the beginning of chapter, is it 3? And you got to work your way out. This is like, I think it's an optional one. I did not like it. It's laser beams all over the place. It wasn't that cool. It wasn't that memorable. And to be completely honest with you, I forgot about it until I just saw the picture. So I think he's going to come down to the D's down here. I might put him right in between there. Right in between there, okay? Bishui, Golden-Eyed Beast, and Aparamana Bat. He's a D, I'm sorry. He's a D, okay? Now, Captain Wise Voice. I wonder if this is divisive at all. Captain Wise Voice. Now, this is the guy, right? This is the final boss of that prison area from the last guy I just said. And you got to kill this guy to get out of the prison area. When I first walked in, I thought this was going to be way cooler. There is cool stuff about it. I like the big golden head, and I like the sound it makes. It sounds very metallic when you slam into it. It's like you're hitting this big old chunk of metal. Even when it's moving around, it's got like this metallic nature to it. It's very weird. Kind of Lovecraftian looking, Bloodborne looking thing, but metal. I don't know. But the fight's not great. The fight's not great. You gotta hit his little weak toe until he kind of falls down, and then you hit the big golden head. I didn't like it. He did kill me a couple times. I like the sound effects of it and everything, but I don't think he's one of the best. But I do remember him more than these. I'm going to be real with you guys. He's going to the top of D. He's going to the top of D. What'd you guys do if we get to the end of the list and everything's a D? It's a D, bro. I'm sorry. We'll get to the better ones, but that's a D. That's a D. Okay? I see some good ones coming up soon, but let's see what's next. Now we got Centipede Y. This was the Centipede, dude. When you first entered into the caverns. Cavern area was probably my least... Now, I was going to say least favorite level, but maybe the smoky level. I can't tell. This is in the cavern level, though. In the caves. Chapter 4, I believe. And the coolest thing about this, if we're being honest, the coolest thing about this is that it had the big mountain of skulls and bones. And then when you came in, it dove in the pit and the bones went everywhere. That was the coolest thing about the fight. The rest of it was, I mean, it was a first try for me, I think. It wasn't that hard. It was pretty easy. Nothing really out of the ordinary. The bone thing was cool, but is the bone thing enough to lift it up? Is the bone thing enough to lift it up? Now, I do think the bone thing alone makes it cooler than Captain Wise Voice. And pretty much everything in D. So it does make me want to go C. I'm going to be real, though. If anything gets dropped down, I'm pretty sure Centipede's going to come down to D by the end of this list. I got a feeling we're going to come down to D for Centipede by the end of the list. I do. I really do. Okay? Now, Chen Lung. Chen Lung. Kind of a weird one. Kind of a mixed bag, right? Because you first find him after the Turtle Island stuff, and you land at the next snowy place, and he's right there at the bay, and you fight him with... How do I say the guy's name? The little warthog, Beiji. You fight him with him, and it is cool, because it's even one of the first fights that you do with the co-op buddy, and he becomes like a merchant, you know, horticulturist at the hub area, which is cool. So he kind of has like more of a role to play in the game. But how do I do this, you guys? Because like we're ranking them off of their boss fight, right? So like I'm not like rating him as a character as much as I'm rating his boss fight. And the boss fight itself wasn't that cool. You know what I mean? You think the purpose was for him to troll? He was a troll boss? B for the design? I can't put this guy to B, bro. I don't know, man. Do you guys remember the fight? It wasn't that good. Chen Lung's the plug? He is the plug. But like, if I was rating plugs, he'd be higher up, you know? But if I'm rating his fight, so let's do this one with a grain of salt, because I'm gonna rate him based off his fight, the boss fight. But just know that he's cooler than some of these other ones for sure, because he's got an actual character and he winds up being like a merchant variety, you know. So with that said, he's gonna go low C. He's gonna go low C. Okay. Now. That moves us right along. Dude, this is one we did, what, the day before yesterday, near the end of the game. Now we're jumping to the end. This is chapter 6. Chapter 6, Cloud Treading Deer. Now, here's one where the boss fight itself really wasn't that great, but oh man, I loved the transition. I loved the transition, Higgins. I'm telling you, bro. The first phase, I was like, okay, it's the regal ancestral spirit from Elden Ring. It's like that kind of thing. And then, when we like killed it, it like spilled into a pool of blood, and it got like disgusting. It was so cool visually, man. It was. But I can't lie. I feel like some of y'all are gonna get salty in this list, okay? Because I'm gonna give you the straight dope. That's right, I'm the plug, not Chen Lung. And the straight dope's coming from me. And even though visually the transition was cool in this fight, it was the only cool thing about this fight. It was another first try, I think. Wasn't very memorable. A lot of those bosses in Chapter 6 kind of dropped the ball a little bit. I'm going to go C. It's cooler than Black Wind King because the transition was goddamn just filthy, and I loved it. Okay? So he's going top of C. Top of C. You guys, we need some Yakuza votes. Thank you very much. Now, Commander Beetle. You guys remember this? I bet you guys don't even remember this. I barely remember this, but I do. The ice attacks were challenging on the deer. You're right. You're right. Froze me. Commander Beetle is the guy that was leading that yoga session. You remember when we came up and all those guys were like standing in a row practicing their skills? This was like the leader of them. Really felt like a mini boss because he was. But this guy, even more than other ones in the game, felt like a mini boss. Just kind of not much to it. He died right away. I think it's D. Honestly, it could be even less, to be honest. No, he did start yelling that he like wanted to die, I think. I think he started screaming like, am I wrong? Am I imagining this? I feel like he started yelling that he wanted to die. And for that alone, he can at least cement a spot in the D tier and not the F. Did he? Yeah. Yeah, so that at least bumps him up a little bit. But he wasn't great, bro. What's up, Doughboy? I need some Yakuza votes, thank you. Now, Crimson Silver Cart. I'm not even going to spend time talking about it. It's another cart. It's this one. At least they all look different. I think that's cool. But it's another cart. I'm just gonna rule of thumb. I'm gonna put the carts in the F, okay? Carts are going in the F, okay? That's it. Now we're cooking, baby. Here we go. Cyan Lung. This is a better one. This is a better one, guys. You guys, the game's gonna be Yakuza. I'm just gonna tell you. You know, you might as well vote for it. So, this is a better one. This one was tight. This one was cool, okay? Look at the design of him even. I love this one. I liked when this game did that, where they take like the Chinese dragon looking classic thing, but they make it a humanoid. It's cool, man. This is good. S, I'm not so sure. Hold that thought. This is the guy that you fight on the turtleback right next to the lady that turns into the dragon too. And he's just standing over there. And I even like when you find this guy because he's just standing over there. And then you go fight him, and we fought him a few times. We fought him a few times. Several times he killed us, okay? Wasn't the hardest. Just because the music keeps changing, let me know if I gotta turn it down, okay? I'm not gonna pay attention. So, he was cool, man. He had cool moves. He had the electric stuff he was doing. I did like it. I did like it. I don't know if it's complete. He's going to go A. I'm going to tell you right now, he's going A. He's going A. Second hardest Loom? Maybe. We'll see. He's going A, though. A's fair. Only because I know we're about to drop some bangers in S, okay? And I don't know if Cyan Loom can cut it. But he's definitely in the A for sure. Turn it down? Okay. Just keep me posted, because all these songs are different volumes on the OST, you know? So, Cyan Loom is going A. Definitely the best out of anything here so far, and it was a challenging fight. It was. It was a good one. Okay? Next. Daoist me. Daoist you. Daoist me. This guy was that side quest chapter, I want to say 4 in the secret area, right? Where you gotta get the item to drop, and then you come back to him, and then he turns into that. He fights. It wasn't that good, you guys. It wasn't that good. It really wasn't that good. Yeah, he ate the thing. I think we one-tried this guy too. It wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. It wasn't like F bad. It was tied to a quest, which is okay. You guys, I gotta go D on this. He's above that. He's above that. Maybe he's gonna be like right there. He's gonna cozy up with Captain Kalpa Wave. Yeah. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best. Okay. Let's just move on. Duskvale. Ooh, man. Talk about... No, dude. No, Yakuza already won. Talk about a boss fight where the visual spectacle completely carries the fight. It does. It carries the entire fight, okay? Here's what I think about Duskvale. I see some people saying S. I get it. Okay. What's up, Chichikov? How you doing, Joe? Welcome, bro. Here's what's up with this guy, okay? If this guy had a really challenging fight that was engaging, he's S tier immediately. The only problem with this is that the fight itself really wasn't that engaging or difficult. That was it. But because visually it was so cool, it gets elevated to the A. He's going an A tier. If he didn't look and it wasn't the spectacle that it was, he'd be down in B or C. But I can't deny that it is awesome when everything turns red and the blood rain starts coming down. Oh my God, it was like I was fighting Satan. It was the best. It was awesome. And now this is the guy too, where our good friend, the Scorpion Lord, if you didn't kill him, would jump in and help you fight him. Which, by the way, I did notice something. Because we killed the Scorpion Lord, he didn't help me fight this guy, which I do think is a really cool thing. It's like a Souls type game thing, you know? It's like, we killed this guy and now he's not here to do this other thing. But when I walked in to fight him, his health is still like a quarter down, like the Scorpion already hurt him. And then I noticed they did the same thing. Well, I didn't because I beat it on the first try, but I saw videos of the 100-Eye Daoist guy where it's like the spiders come in to help you at first, but then if you fight him again, the spider's already dead, but his health is still down. So it's like this weird like continuity thing. The game needs to polish that a little bit, you know? Like if I fight the like you gotta commit all the way. You gotta commit all the way if you're gonna do a Souls type thing like that. Meaning, if I come fight Duskvale and I've already killed the Scorpion, make Duskvale full health. Oh, is that what happened? So I guess So you're saying Scorpion Lord previously fought him? Duskvale tore his arm off? Or that's not tied to this, though. No, that doesn't change what I'm saying, though. Because if I didn't fight Scorpion Lord and I went to Duskvale, Scorpion Lord would have been there. But then if he's not, the health is still down. So I'm just saying, you gotta, I just would have liked it more. If it was like, if I chose to kill Scorpion Lord before Duskvale, make Duskvale's health full. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Alright? Now, we already decided, though. It's A. It's A. The visuals alone, these are a toss-up, dude. Like, for example, Cyan Lung is way better fight. It's a way better fight. But Duskvale's got the spectacle. So, these two that are in A for pretty much two different reasons. Okay? You guys, what's up with Astrobot? Come on, man. Let's get Yakuza in the top, baby. Let's go. Now, on to Earthwolf. How many... Raise your hand if you remember Earthwolf. That's right. It's gonna be on the test, you guys. Raise your hand if you remember Earthwolf. Nope. Earthwolf is the guy in Chapter 2, the desert area. He's kind of right near the beginning, but you, like, go through the gate and go to the left. He's where the well is, where you jump down into the well. Kind of where you find that horse guy that's tied up, you know, that NPC. This is just kind of it's kind of a nothing burger for real. Like, it really is. But again, that's the thing about this game. Like, I don't think the boss fight was that cool, but I just like the name Earthwolf, and I like the way it looks. I do. But it's not one of the better ones. I'm not going to lie to you all. I don't think it's... man. It's either real low D or F. I don't think I can commit to the F. I don't think I can commit to the F, you guys. But I'm going to go low D, because I don't think it's as bad as the carts. At least it moves around. Okay? Now on to the next D. Okay. Elder Armor Worm. No, you know what? It's a F, bro. This is a F, you guys. Steven, I don't think I can give this anything higher than an F. You know? It's like me in a sleeping bag, drunk. I'm just... This is one of those bosses where it was like, you guys were like, hey, you missed one. And I'm like, okay, where's it at? Oh, there it is. Then we just killed it. It's F. I'm sorry. It's F. Elder Armor Worm goes F. And that is located in the cave. The cave chapter, by the way. Yeah. Now, how about this, you guys? This one might turn some heads. And yet I'm saying, my boy Elder Jinchi. All my homies fuck with Elder Jinchi. All my homies love Jinchi. Come on now, bro. This is the very first secret boss I did, right? It's either this one or Red Loom. Oh, said A. This guy's cool, bro. Now, I even like the first boss that we're going to get to that looks like him. But this is the secret boss in Chapter 1 in the forest when you got to ring the 3 bells. And then you get teleported to the temple where you fought the, you know, the cleric beast. And you got to fight Elder Jinchi. Now, there are some... This is another one. The design elevates, baby. The design elevates. I love his golden body, and I love that when we went in, he had a cutscene, and he was like all pacing back and forth and talking. And then I love how midway through the fight, he pulls that crap where he like goes up in the air praying or whatever, and he's like absorbing all the souls, like getting his health back. It was a cool element. It was a cool element. Let's just see. Let's compare it to the others. I think he's cooler. I think he's in B. I think he goes B, you guys. I'm not going to forget Elder Jinchi. I even remember his name. I might be biased, you know, because it was the first secret boss. He was cool, man. I remember him. I like him. I'm going to go B. I'm going to go low B. Deal with it, fam. It's my list. Okay, you ready? Whoa, here's a good one to talk about. Emerald Armed Mantis. Who knows this? Emerald Armed Mantis is the homie in the final chapter. Chapter 6. Yeah, Chapter 6. 6. Chapter 6, amigo. ¿Qué pasó? This guy right here. Again. Fight's not too hard. But man, dude, the arena and the build-up, this is where your buddy, the Warthog Beiji guy, is trying to catch the little mantis, and we noticed he was trying to grab it, remember? And it's a tiny little mantis, and I'm like, he's got like swords, and he's down there like flexing, even as a tiny mantis. And then he like flies into the Beijing's mouth, and he's like, it's in me! It's in me! And then you turn into the locust and fly into the mouth. And then it's like Honey, I Shrunk the monkey, and you're inside of his stomach. And when you get in there, the praying mantis is like tearing out his insides, just cutting up his stomach. That was so cool. God, it was so cool. This guy was one of the main saving graces of the final chapter. A lot of the side bosses in chapter 6 were not great. This one elevated it for sure. And the fight wasn't that hard, but it took us a few tries. And his moves are cool. You know, he's got 2 little swords. Yeah. We got some A's thrown around in the chat. Okay. I gotta agree with you. I really do, because I really rate memorability high on these lists, you guys. It's how much I enjoyed it and just will remember it. And if I think back on this game in a year or two, if I haven't played it, you know, I'm not gonna forget the mantis in the stomach. I'm not. You know, you might ask me, yo, do you remember Captain Lotus Vision? No, I don't. But I do remember the emerald-armed mantis. Mo said B, but it's going A. It's going A. All right? Fast as wind and quick as fire. Yeah, this is like around the time the bosses started getting weird, bro. This is chapter 5 again, I think. The volcano one. But now... No. Which one was this? This is the one where the head was rolling around. We had to, we had to fight them both. The head was just rolling around. And then the other thing was floating around. I mean, it was like a dual boss. I don't know, man. It wasn't that good. It's kind of meh. It's kind of meh. You know, fast as wind and quick as fire. More like fast as mid. Not good, you liar. It's not that great. I'm not going to remember it very well. It's better than... Oh, dude. I don't know, dude. It's weird. I mean, maybe low C? I think low C, because the design, I guess, with the head rolling around is a little bit more memorable than everything in D so far. Captain Modus should be... C? Are we even there yet? You gotta wait. Have we already done that? No, we haven't done that. Yeah. So are you guys cool with that? We're gonna go low C. We're gonna drop some votes on the Yakuza. And then we're gonna, we'll move on to Father of Stones. This fight absolutely sucks. This fight sucks. What? It does. This fight sucks. This fight sucks. Coolest thing about this guy is that he was holding a skeleton. That's not great. This is early on in chapter 5. You hardly remember because we killed him in like 3 seconds. I wasn't even overpowered in this game, you guys. Oh, Tieo with the big gift, though. Ooh, you're gonna get some good ones on today, homie. Look at that. You got Freshie. Galactic Boy, I got one. Chocolate milk, pour me up a glass. Yo, you got Striker. You got Torinto, bro. Thank you so much, Tieo. Legend, dude. Legend, man. Thank you. Yeah, I don't even like the design of it. I just like that when he was holding the skeleton was like dangling around. But that was it. I think he sucks. I really think he sucks. And he's tied to all those other ones, you know, like the Mother of Stones, the Father of Stones, all those. I did like how this game did that. Like the frogs and the loons and the stones. Like, I did like that. But this guy sucked. Honest to God, I think I gotta go F tier on that guy. Gotta go F tier, baby! Just not great. Just not great. Now, yeah, what's going so good, bro? And you just made it even better, homie. Hope your day is going good. Happy Friday, man. Kicking off the weekend, new game weekend. Everyone's excited. Now, First prince of flowing sands, otherwise known as your mom. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if this guy's an F, and I'm going to tell you why. I think people are going to say it's an F, but I've got one compelling reason why it might not be. Definitely not a B+. I don't think it's a B+. But here's why I think it's a little bit better. The fight itself is not that great. It's just a big bruiser, you know. It's nothing that crazy. It looks like a little mouse, but huge. But if you guys recall, his little arena has that wall that's breakable. And you know what I didn't learn until after the fact? You might be here. Does anybody remember who taught me how to break that wall? What's up, Death Note? Welcome. Somebody taught me to find the secret area, you go break the wall. And to break the wall, it's in his arena. But we had already killed him. And they said to break the wall, do the summon where you turn into the Jinchi dude and slam your head and break the wall. So we did, and it did break the wall. But it got me thinking, this guy was there because he was supposed to break the wall. Think about it. He had all these moves where he charges you with his head and slams into the wall. So I just got unlucky and he didn't do it into the right spot on the wall. But that's why that's there. And I think that makes it a little bit cooler than not. Because that was also the first time that we even learned that we could break a wall. So it's cool that he serves another purpose to show you that sometimes you can break the environment or interact with it and find a secret. And I think that's cool, but it's not enough to carry his fight that much. Like, I think, to be honest, I'm going to put him low. Ooh, dude, I don't know. High D. High D. High D. If he didn't have the wall breaking thing, he'd be lower. If he didn't have the wall breaking thing, he might be low D, high F. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, Death Note, there's one really bad part with arachnophobia, but yeah, there are actual spider there's quite a bit of spiders, to be honest. And even if not spiders, there's a lot of like spider type things. Yeah. Kuda, how come we didn't name it that? You're right. All bosses spanked, not ranked. Yeah, bro. Kuda's here to drop some votes on Yakuza. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Now, next, Flint Chief. This is another one we just fought. I should say, I forgot to say, we just now beat the game yesterday. So we're coming hot off the memory, dude. These are fresh in my mind. You really want to see these get spanked? Yeah, you go watch a playthrough because, oh my god, we demolished them. Flint Chief. It's just the rock golem. It's just the rock golem, but like the fire one. That's what it was. So, no, it's not that cool. I even think the first rock golem is pretty cool. No. The Flint Chief, I'm sorry, guys. This is Chapter 5 again. There's a lot in Chapter 5 and 6 that were not the best. I think he's going to come down to the D tier on the Flint Chief. Yeah, it reminds you of a Talus. Had him in minutes. Yeah, no, it's a D. And then while we're at it, here's the Flint Vanguard. Which one was this? Same kind of thing, right? It was another one. No, sorry guys, this ain't it. What's funny is I even think the Rock Golem Talus things, they're even cooler in this game than other games. But if we're just keeping it within this game, it's not some of the better ones, dude. I'm gonna have to put it down with his homie in the D. The D list just doubled in size, you guys. Yo, what up, Smokey Wan, Kenobi, Nobi. So, he's gonna go D. Flint Vanguard, Flint Chief, both in D. Oh, come on, we can't do him yet. Let's drop him in. Oh, I moved him. Okay, who's next? Boobon! Whoa, hold on thought. Boobon! I think this was way cooler than you guys are gonna think it is. I think this is way better than the chat's gonna say. This is awesome, bro. I love this side quest in chapter 2 was probably my favorite one in the entire game. I loved it. I loved it. It blew my mind, bro. I loved going to the other area, doing the little secret side quest, and it opened up this huge area with this big old beetle out here being a grappleoid under the sand, and then you fight with that guy. Oh, I was just reminded that means that was the first time you fight with a buddy instead of the Beijing in chapter 3, but whatever. I loved it. I think it's so cool, dude. The fight itself is not that cool because, like, you just gotta hit his little toes again. There is a lot of bosses in this game where they're so big, you're kind of just whacking at their toenails. But, like, dude, I thought the spectacle was awesome. The build-up was awesome. The fight was awesome. When that other guy comes in to help you, it's just so goddamn cool. He's banging that drum. Oh my god, it's an A. I don't care what you guys say. It's even better than the Mantis. It's probably better than all of these. It's going in top A. It's going in top A. The fight itself is nothing great, but you guys, it's not all about the fight. It's not all about the challenge. Once again, if you ask me in a year, if I haven't played, do I remember that one? Yes, I will. Yes, I will remember Fubon. I even like his name. Yo, Kilo, what's up, buddy? Kilo, be a dear. Drop some votes on Yakuza. Now, Fubon is A. Fubon is... Dude, he's one of my favorites. I loved it, dude. Now, on to one of my not favorites. The Fungi Woman. Also known as your ex. Not great. Stinky and gross. Once again, I think we killed it in like 3 hits. I got caught up with the money, CJ! Fungi Woman kind of sucks. Wasn't she in chapter, I want to say 4, right? It's one of these. It's one of these where it's like we've seen this enemy a lot, and then they just made this one a boss. Had some extra stuff. Yeah. Nah, that's just ain't it, fam. It's not great. Fungi Woman, not great. Gonna have to come down to the D's there. Yeah, I'm gonna put it above the Flints. Beneath the Earth Wolf, maybe even F. I'm gonna go F. I'm gonna go F, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't remember Fungi Woman. Fungi Woman's F. I'm sorry, you guys. Even below that guy, because I like the skeleton he's got, you know. Fungi Woman's F. Fungi Woman's F, okay? That's it. That's all I got to say about that. The Giant Shingamading. You guys remember this? The Giant Shigandang. This is chapter 6. Kind of a gimmick fight. In fact, it was not unlike the walking mausoleums of Elden Ring. That's what it was like. Big ol' huge thing. It slams stuff down, and you gotta wait till it slams down, and then you knock the little crystals off of it. It literally, it's the same exact thing as the walking mausoleums. So, not good. Giant Shinigami. It's just not good. I'm sorry. I mean, all the big things in this game are cool a little bit because the sense of scale is just insane. I thought it was cooler than these, I guess. I might go D, man. I might go like bottom D just because it's at least different from other stuff in the game. You know, we didn't do that gimmick anywhere else in the game. I'm gonna go D. It's gonna get the D from me. Gets a fat D, okay? It could be an F. I wouldn't argue with you guys if it was an F. I wouldn't argue. But I'm just looking like, I don't know. I guess it's a little bit more memorable because of the gimmick than these ones were. So I'm gonna go D. I'm gonna go D. The Gold Armored Rhino. Man, this game did not short out on the amount of bosses, did it? The Gold Armored Rhino. Also known as the boss that was a little bit better than the hippo. You know what I mean? This was just the hippo, but it had a horn. And at least you could break the horn. And that was like, you know, a mechanic that was cool. And then it grows back and you break it again. But honestly, guys, not that great. Once again, chapter 6 kind of starts falling off. It does. But it's better than the hippo. And I know the hippo is going to go F, which means the rhino is going to go D. Rhino is going to be above them, above Earthwolf, because I like the sound effect when I break the horn. Above the beetle, let's just see. Above Bolgard, above this, above this, above this. Honestly. Yeah, I mean, maybe even... I'm going to go highest D. Highest D, but I was thinking C, but I don't know. Fastest wind might need to come down. Every time I look at this guy looking at me from the C tier, I'm pissed off. I don't know if fastest wind and quickest fire should be C. I'm not sure about that, you guys. We'll discuss as we get further, but yeah, the horn breaking thing is the only thing lifting it up for me. I'm going to go D. I'm going to go D, okay? Gore-Eyed Daoist. Another mini-boss. I do remember this one. I think he killed me at least once. Got the big old eyeball. You get it? Eyeball. It's like a ball with eyes. It's eyes ball on his back. He does a bunch of the blood magic. You know, there's blood everywhere. It's hard to walk. It's annoying, to be honest. It's not that great. It's not that great. I don't know. It's not quite F though, you guys. It's not quite F. Like it doesn't belong in F. But it's not very memorable, but it is just like it feels a lot like a little mini boss. You know, it's not like, there's not a whole lot going on. I'm going to go D. I'm going to go D. He could go F later. We'll see. Okay. Now we've got the gray bronze cart. It's just another cart from chapter 5. It's going to where they belong. They could have done the carts a little bit better. Let's just be real. So the cart goes down here. Daoist, by the way. Where was he? He was in the prison one, I think. Maybe chapter 2. No, he was in chapter 2. The desert one. Yeah, he'll stay in D. Cart goes in F. One of the carts can move. But it doesn't change the fact it wasn't that good to me. Who is this? Green capped martial artist? Who is this, guys? Does anybody remember this? It's not a good sign if I don't remember it. Where was he? Oh. Oh, it's the melon guy. Oh, why didn't you guys say so? It's the melon guy. It's the melon guy. I was kind of disappointed in this guy. Am I the only one? Yeah, it was the snow chapter, chapter 3. Am I the only one? I was a little disappointed with this guy. You know, like, I thought he was going to be our friend because we healed him with the fire circle, which I thought was a cool moment, you know. I don't know. I was kind of disappointed that he just turned into another fight, I guess. There was a few characters where it's like, you helped me and now I'm going to fight you. And like, this guy kind of felt like I was like, what, bro? Come on, dude. I don't think he was that cool. And then he's the one that turns into the hoop snake. He turns into the fire rings and starts rolling around. I think we first tried him. I don't think he was that cool, you guys. But let's walk through it, though, because he's cooler than some of them. I mean, he's cooler than the Fs. He is cooler than a lot of the C. No, he is. I mean, if I'm rating it off the rest of these, he's better than C tier. So we got to go. He's better than Fastest Wind. Probably better fight than Chen Lung. Better fight than Centipede. He's up here. He's mid-C. Yeah, now that I look at it, frogs might need to come down, guys. I don't know. I like the frogs. I'm going to keep the frogs where they are for now. Green-capped martial artist is the guy that wants the melons. And any guy that's into melons is A-okay with me. He's going C tier. C tier. Okay? Charlie, will you take a deep breath and calm down? Damn, son. Now, who do we got here? Just drop a vote on Yakuza and take a chill, bro. Who's this? Oh. This is the guy that we got. I used him the entire game. I used him the entire game as my spirit. Yep. This is the guy that you fight on the bridge? Is that right? Let me look. Guangamo? The bridge in chapter 2? Why does he look like he's in the forest? Oh, he is in the forest. Hold up. Oh, no, it's not the guy I used. I got him confused with the sword guy. We'll get to him in a minute. Nope. This is the guy in chapter 1, the forest, where he does all the spells. So it's like after you go through the part of the forest where all the skeleton dudes are, you get to him. And he starts doing the whole, magic stuff. And I don't know, man. I feel like healer cam. Yeah, and Charlie's finally right about 1. I think this is D. Now, it's not that bad because it's early in the game, and it's kind of the first time you see some of the moves like his moves, so it's kind of cool. But, man, I have this list structured in a way. You just wait, you guys. All the good ones are at the bottom. Okay, so Guangamo... I think he's cooler than... He's cooler than some of the ones in D, though, right? What are you guys thinking? D? B? Chichikov? B? What? No, dude. I gotta go D with it, you guys. I gotta go D. At least he was a fight, you know? Like, he didn't just die immediately. I'm gonna put him just kind of right in the mid-D there. You do get him as a spirit summon, which is cool. I never used it, though. D. Mid-D. Now, this is another one from chapter 1. Guangxi! One of the first strong moves you get, the transformations. You find him in chapter 1 off to the left, and you beat him and you get his transformation. It's the first one you get. And we used it quite a bit. Okay? I think he's cool, and I think his movement is cool. I think it's cool that you get the transformation and you use it a bunch, especially early on. I like his little kimono robe thing. I like his style, bro. I think he's better than some of these other ones that we've been talking about. Yep, he's above D for sure. What do we got in C? I think he's cooler than the frogs. I think he's cooler. He's at the top of C now. Yeah, that's a clean C, bro. That's at the top of C. I thought about even going up, but I don't know if he's up there. He's not up there with Elder Jinchi, Black Lung. He's gonna be top C. Top C. Master Splinter goes top C. Top C. Oh boy. Now we got a juggernaut. Oh boy. The bane of many players' playthrough. 100-eyed Daoist Master. Now, if you don't know me, I killed him on the first try. And I'm serious. I did. Yes. I did have the needle. Because why wouldn't I? But first try. First try. But this is how you know. I'm not ranking them just on how hard they are. But grain of salt, though, you guys, because I've heard from everybody else that this is one of the hardest ones in the game. Okay? For me, it was not. But I did use the needle, and I clutched it. If you weren't using the needle, I could see how this would be a brick wall for a while. Even though I beat him on the first try, let me tell you what. It's our first S. Nope, that's a S. That's a S tier. You want to talk about it or what? That guy's a S tier, guys. Where is he? Here he is. S tier. That's a S tier, bro. The spectacle of it, the design of him creepy crawling around, the fact that the spiders help you at first. Oh my god, dude. The cutscene, the moves where he slams the thing in the ground, slams it, the ground breaks. S tier. The fact that the spiders can get on top of him and they're fighting each other like Monster Hunter. I loved it. I love this one. And he's all talking mad shit to you. He's like, if you won't walk the path of transcendence, I'll do it alone. S tier. S tier. I will not forget this fight. This is one of the ones I'm saying. Out there in that field, bro, this was like a spectacle in every sense. I loved it. I loved it. This is a S tier. It's a first S tier in the list so far. I'm not going to forget it. Once again, 1-2 years from now, if you told me to make a list of the ones I remembered, I would remember him. He's in the list. S tier. The poll is tied. We're going to need some votes on Yakuza. Thank you. Now, Kang Jin Loong. Is this the ice one on the lake, or is this the lady? Is this the lady? Let me see. I think it is. No, it's the lake one. It's the lake one. It's the lake one, yeah. Yo, what's up, Ovadell? Lightning dragon on the lake? You really want me to say it again? You want to know what it is? You're gonna say B? I'm sorry, guys. You can hate me all you want. It's going S, bro. That's S, dude. Dude, that is S. A C? What the hell is going on? Bro. That is a S. Remember the cutscene? He all opens the bag, dragon flies out, and then you're on that lake with the dragon flying around. You can stand on the stick, slam the head when it comes by. Nah, dude, I'm going S. It's memorable. That's one of the most memorable fights in the game. It is. If we need to drop it to A later, we'll talk about it. That is, for me right now, that was a spectacle, bro. Remember the cutscene after it? Damn! Dude! I'm going S, Ovadell. Yeah, the pillar stance? If he drops to A, so be it. But right now, that is iconic, dude. That's like one of the most iconic ones in the game. I'm taking everything into consideration. The cutscene, the music, the visual, the spectacle. Awesome. S. We've now got 2 S's. Okay? Now we're going to move on. Oh, here's who I thought it was, by the way. Kangjin Star. So it is the same. It's the same dragon, right? Now, this is when you get to the Turtle Island by Cyan Loong, right by him. Probably the 2 closest bosses in proximity, I think. But she's the, she's the lady that turns into the dragon. Honestly, a pretty cool fight. I think it's the first woman you see in the game. To get our diversity in there. You end up seeing plenty more later, but I think she's cool. I think her design was cool. I don't know. It's like, it's not at the peak. No, I can't do S. Doesn't she turn into the other dragon? Because my point is, if these are 2 sides of the same fight, kind of like the same coin, the lake dragon ice one's way better, cooler spectacle than this one. But this is cool, and her human form is cool. Okay? You want me to respect her and not rate her? No, I will rate her. She's about 8 out of 10 physically, and as far as the boss goes, I'm gonna say... I'm gonna go B. What do you guys feel about that? I'm gonna go B. Oh, she's the other dragon. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna go B. I'm gonna go B. In a game with a lot of dragon transformations, she's one of them. She's a cool one. But not the best. Yeah, not the best. Okay. Let's move on. Keeper of Flaming Mountains, aka Jared Leto. Now, this is the guy that got catfished big time. Okay? And that other lady that he got catfished by, she's way hotter than the other one. But I see why he got catfished, is what I'm saying. But he did get catfished. Total simp. Bozo. His fight looked cooler than it was. Yeah, he got hogfished. His fight looked cooler than it was. I did like the arena. I liked all the water stuff going on. I like that he turns into a fish. He's kind of summoning the other things. But it wasn't too hard, and it wasn't a favorite of mine. I'm just going to be honest. It wasn't a favorite of mine. It's not like a cheap fight. Like it seemed like, you know, a spectacle in its own way. Not one of my favorites, though. It wasn't one of my favorites. Let's see. I think it's better than some of these. I guess B, just because it really was one of the more epic ones. I think it beats everything in C. But I'm going to even put him below Kangjin Star. He's going to go below Kangjin Star, but above C. Lowest B. He might drop to C. We'll see. Zeffy, move. Zeffy, move. Go. Thank you. Zeffy gets an S tier. Yeah, so this guy's low B. Guys, the poll is tied. How does this happen every time? Somebody drop a vote on Yakuza for crying out loud, bro. We'll play it again. Don't worry, Ovaldale. We'll do it again later. So, he's low B. Who's next? The King and Second Prince. Okay. This is when you get to Chapter 2. One of the first bosses there in the desert. It's the big dude with the little dude. Now, I think this could have been better, and let me tell you why. When I first fought this, I thought it was like a typical Souls-like gank fight type thing. And I thought because they both have a life bar in this fight. If somebody can correct me, I will raise it a point, okay? But here's my problem with this. They both get a life bar, like 2 life bars, making me think I was fighting them both. But what happens is, you can't hit the little guy. He stays out of range and does projectiles or something. And then when you hurt the big guy enough, the fight ends because the little guy kind of comes into play later on or something. Like it was kind of an illusion. Like you weren't really fighting them both. Am I right about that? I don't think you could have killed the little guy. And for that reason, I don't think it's as good as it could have been. You can hit the little guy. Can you beat the little guy? See, that's why I wanted to say it. The chat might be correcting me. But if you kill the little guy, the big guy will get mad. There you go. It got more points. I was wrong. That was the only complaint that I had, because when I saw it, he was up there and I couldn't reach him or something. But now that you've said that, I think it's cool. I like options if you're going to do a fight like this. So that is cool, and it's even cool that you're saying he will get mad and reference it if you kill the little guy. So with that said, it's still not one of the best in the game or anything, but that is a cool detail. I'm gonna go above the above the frogs. No, below the frogs. He's below the frogs, above the green-capped martial artist. He's somewhere. Yeah, he's somewhere in there. Okay, he's like mid-C. Not gonna go A. If you kill them both, you get a transformation. Okay, he just jumped up above the frogs. He jumped up above the frogs. He's not going to make it to B, but I want the chat to know he was going to be pretty much down in D until you just said all these options. And now I know that these options exist. He's going to go high C. He's on the higher end of C. I can't put him above... I mean, maybe... No, I can't put him above those. He's staying high C. Okay? Stone Monkey. So they're separating this. This is the first phase of the final boss fight. They're like separating it. Let's wait on that. Let's wait on that, guys. Let's put that when we do the final. I'm gonna drop him down there, right next to him. There you go. That we'll do that together. Let's get the other frogs out of the way. Here they come. Here they come. We've got Lang Baba. Okay, Lang Baba. And then also we've got you can't forget, you know, Lang Li Gaba. This is the electric one in Chapter 2. I don't remember this one. This might be Chapter 6. They're both going to go in the same tier. It's just more of the frogs. But I will say the frog that I think was at least the most interesting was the final frog in Chapter 6. Because I like that it can do rock solid and it gets the hardened shell on it. I think that's cool. But at the end of the day, it is just more of the frogs. I'm going to put the frogs with the frogs. Okay? Okay. Yellow brow. First encounter. Now, what does it mean when it says first encounter? How is it separating them? Where is yellow brow's second encounter? Do you guys see it? Hold on. Oh, yeah, they are separating it. So, here's what's up, guys. This list is separating Yellow Brow Phase 1 and Yellow Brow Phase 2. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to lump them together because they're the same fight, and it's all awesome. Okay? It's all awesome. It's all awesome. Okay? So, Yellow Brow Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, they're all part of the same fight. And Galactic says it's an A. That's adorable, my sweet summer child, because they are S! Oh my god, they are so S! Are you crazy? They're so S! They're so S! That entire sequence is an S. It is one of the peak moments of the game for me. You find him at the end of the snow chapter, chapter 3, in the temple. And at first you fight him, and he's that big old, just Buddha man, just massive with them eyebrows. And then he puts you in the bag with the monkey, and you gotta fight the monkey in the bag. That's gonna go in S too. Everything in the sequence is an S. And then, I don't even call it a second encounter, it's all the same time. But then you get shrunk small, and you're going down the things, or he's just big, I guess. No, you get shrunk, but then he comes down, and he's coated in gold, and it's S. It's S. It's S. It's so S. S. Yes, absolutely. Loved it. Such a spectacle. There was so much going on in that whole sequence. It was like an hour long of just insanity. I loved it. Probably the peak of the game. If not one of them, for sure. Oh my god, Astrobot got a vote. Guys, we need a Yakuza, please. Thank you. Now, oh my god, another frog? I didn't remember there being this many frogs, you guys. Ling Li Ga Lang. It's just another one of the frogs. He's either explosive or something. He's got another element. He's going with the other frogs, okay? Okay, sounds like we agree on the S. That's good. I don't know how to say this one, you guys. How do you say this one? Lingzuzi. Lingzuzi? This is very early on. Very early on. You fight him when you get up to that temple. Dude, it reminds me of the cleric beast from Bloodborne. It just does. But it's cool. It's unlike other bosses in this game. I don't think it's great, but I don't think it's bad. It's not like a gatekeeper early on, but it's also not like a pushover. No. This guy here is you when you lose your temper? Oh my god, he's an A? I don't know about that. Really? I feel like if some of you were making this list, everything would just be A and S. I can't do that. I don't think he's... No. Let's just walk through it. It's cooler than C tier. He goes B, and I'm gonna put him above Jared Leto, because I don't know, man. I didn't love Jared Leto. He's gonna go B. He's B, but he's lower B. He's lower B. It could have been crazier, but it's early on, too, so it didn't need to be. I don't know. It's the thing about this game is the game is paced so brilliantly, and it builds up so much as you go, that, like, when you're first playing and you get to Lingzuzi, it's like an S. Because, like, compared to everything so far, it was insane. You know what I mean? But then as you keep going and you've got more to compare it to, it kind of drops down a little bit. But just saying, to this game's credit, when I was going through, every boss was awesome. Yeah. It's okay, Doughboy. Don't worry. Yakuza's going to be next. Okay? I trust Yakuza to pull out the dub, don't worry. Now, Ling Zusi goes low B. It's cool, but it's a big old werewolf thing. It's cool, whatever. Now, the Macaque Chief. The Macaque Chief. First encounter. Not the good encounter. It's still cool, though. This is when you first get to the snow, and you fight him. I mean, he's whipping around all over the place. It is cool, because you're new to the snow, so you're leaving prints in the snow for the first time, and that's all cool. You get to see his move set for the first time again, which is cool. But the main thing here, guys, is we're going to get his other fight in the list. And the other fight is going to go way up. So I just don't think I can give this one that high, you know what I mean, compared to the other one. Okay? So, like right here. We'll do his other one next. But for the first encounter, you know, it's like a C, dude. I'll put him down here. It is cool when you find him, but then he runs away real quick. I'm gonna put him right there. I'm gonna put him in the high C, okay? But then, you get to this version, the sack encounter, when he is in the sack of the Buddha, and you're both tiny inside the sack. I loved every time this game played with the growing and shrinking stuff. So cool. This was epic. This I lump in to the same fight as the S tier Yellow Brow, and it goes in the same tier because I can't separate it. It's part of the same fight. You get shrunk down in the middle of this, and then you're fighting him. It's like you're fighting a boss within a boss inside the bag of another boss. It's amazing, okay? It's a S tier. But, I mean, even though we've got 1, 2, 3, these are all the same fight, essentially. You know what I mean? They're all part of the same sequence. So this three-way fight here is S tier for me. S tier. S tier, okay? Moving on. Oh, that's the true ending for him, this one. We'll drop him down. Oh, what is this then? This is the second encounter? I forgot you saw him a second time. Oh, okay. Dude, it's similar to the first time, honestly. You fight him a little bit more, he runs away again. This is after you get the fire circle thing, right? Something around there. I don't know, dude. It's kind of going to go where the other one is. I'm just going to tuck it. I'm going to tuck it right up against his first encounter. First and second encounter, pretty comparable. This is the peak one for me. Okay? Mad Tiger. I could see some people playing through and not finding him, I guess. This is the guy where you had to jump down into the well. So you had to do the quest in Chapter 2 in the desert with the drum, I think, right? That's this one. And then you end up following the kid down into the well, and the Mad Tiger's down there. Huge bruiser of a fight, man. He's got a lot of environmental slams and stuff like that going on, picking up stuff and throwing it at you. He looks, you know, whatever. He looks okay. I did think it was cool that you drop down in the well. Coolest thing about him is that you drop down in the well to get the fight. Optional kind of hidden fight. Other than that, though, the fight wasn't too hard, wasn't too memorable in the grand scheme of things. I'm gonna go. Let me see if he's above these. He is above a lot of these in the D. He's above that. He's probably somewhere in here. He's like low C. You think he's better than the frogs? Here's the thing, man. The fight might be better than the frogs. He's not as memorable as the frogs for me, though. Maybe they started to overplay the frogs a little bit, you know, with this many. But he's just not as memorable, you know? So I'm going to go... He's lower C. He's not the best. He's not the worst. He's like low C. Okay? What do we got here? Man in Stone. Okay. I remember this. Another side quest thing. You had to go to the desert again, Chapter 2. You had to go to the little side cave, find the, Mother of Stones or something, right? And kill that. And then come back to him, and then he wants to fight you. I don't know, man. What do you think of this? I don't know about this guy. Not the best. Probably not the best. IB, he was fun. I don't know. Don't love the design. Don't love the fight. But I guess it's kind of funny that he tricked us and, whatever. But that's like what I mean. A lot of the NPC quest things were like, yeah, I tricked you and now I fight you. Like, it kind of started doing that a bit much. I don't think he's great, you guys. I'm going to put him down here in the D. The only thing he's got going is that it's kind of a quest thing, I guess. If this guy wasn't related to a quest and we just like found him and fought him, it'd be F. It'd be F. So he's close to F. He might get dropped down. Let's just see. Monk from the sea. I don't love him. Don't love him at all. This is like another one of those ones where we've got enemies like this, but then this is the boss version. So probably got some different moves. He's harder. He's in that Snow Temple Palace before Yellow Brow. I don't think he's great. And if we're basing it off memorability, oh my god, dude, like one of the lowest, to be honest with you. There's not really a whole lot going on there. I gotta go F, you guys. I'm sorry. I'll put him above the Elder Worm and the carts and stuff. He's down there in the F. He's down in the F. Chips Ahoy. He's F'd. F. F to pay respects. Mother of Stones. I just kind of feel the same way as the last guy. This is the quest thing we had to go kill to then go do the other thing I just talked about, the guy that tricked us. It's a big old rock stone thing. You hit it a bunch. It starts spawning these other things, and you got to fight them. It's like a D, bro. It's like a F or a D, bro. I'm gonna put, why don't we just do it? Man in Stone, Mother of Stones, right there, D. And then Father of Stones is down in the F, if you remember. Okay. I didn't like are you talking about how I like these enemies? I didn't like hate them or love them. I don't know, dude. I didn't love the design. I like that their little tentacles can like pick up the snow and throw it and stuff. Like that was cool. They were a little annoying to fight and I just didn't love them. Yeah. Didn't love them. So on to the next. Non-able. Oh boy. I'm gonna throw a curveball for you guys on this one. Non-able. This guy's higher than you think. This guy's higher than you think. Non-able. I think this guy was so damn cool. This guy was cool, bro. This guy was cool, bro. You find this guy just kneeling in the snow, handcuffed. His name is Non-able, which just makes the whole thing better. And then his whole first phase, and they even trick you because you got to do the whole life bar. But his whole first phase, he fights you handcuffed, just using his legs, doing kung fu with his legs. Oh my god. And then phase 2, he busts out of the handcuffs and starts just starts throwing hands, bro. I love this guy. This is awesome. I don't know if it's going to be quite S, but I can tell you right now it's no lower than A. Let me see who we got in A. I think Non-able is above or tied with Cyan Lung. How about that? He's mid-A. Non-able is mid-A. So he's very able to get an A on this tier list, okay? He's very able to clap them cheeks. I'll tell you the hardest one. Don't worry, Overdell. So now let's move on to... By the way, he's in the snow. Chapter 3. A lot of people in my comments said they didn't find him. He's on one of the snow trails. He's out there when you get to Chapter 3. Just sitting out there, waiting to clap cheeks. Okay? Now, we got the 9-capped Ling Ziguai. 9-capped Ling Ziguai. Not that cool. The only cool thing about it is that he does that move where all the mushrooms like pop out all over you, and I thought that was gross and cool. It was like The Last of Us, just like you turn into a mushroom person, but like the fight itself wasn't that bad, wasn't too hard, wasn't that cool. It was better, like for example, it's better than Fungi Woman, way better than that. I think it's better than Man in Stone. I don't know, not really. It's D. It's D for sure. I I like the mushrooms all over my body, though. I'm going to put them low D. He spit stuff on me. Is that what it was? Yeah. I'll give you the top 5 hardest. Sure. At the end of the list, we'll tell you the top 5 hardest. And I'll name the hard ones as I go, too, you know? I mean, so far, the hardest ones are these ones up in S tier. So far. So whatever. Mushroom guy was okay. Not great. Non-pure. This is the dude. Wow, I remember way more of these than I thought. That's the mark of a good game. This is the guy on the right side, right before you fight Yellowbrow. He's just kind of a side little mini-boss. You do get his summon, his spirit summon thing. It's just a big dude that swings a big thing around, though. It's not that cool. It's not that cool. Let's see. I'm gonna go... Let's see. Is he better than some of these in D? Not really. I mean, you guys, he's not very memorable. I gotta just put him low D. The fight was at least like, you know, you had to at least try. He's low D, though. He's low D, okay? That's where he goes right there. Damn, this list is getting fat. Okay? We're getting... Look at this. We're making progress, guys. Non-void. Which one was this again? I remember this guy. Who is this guy again? Non-void? It's always a bad sign if I gotta look it up, but who is this again? Oh! It's cooler. It is cooler than the last guy. Yeah, the fox one. Thank you. This is cooler because he kind of ties into the story a little bit here. Yes. This is the guy that... Dude, by the way, massive shout out to that stop motion cutscene chapter transition. It was my favorite one in the game. I watched it on YouTube a couple times even since then. I loved it. Okay? He's not lame. Nope. This guy's cool. This guy was the dude that killed the fox, and then we find the little fox spirit, and then we could like turn into the fox with the fox brush. So I like that he's like a secret one that you got to figure out, and I like that he's tied to this lore going on here. But then if you walk in to his little room as a fox, he all, you know, he's like, whoa, what's up, bro? And then he wants to fight. And the other cool thing about him is all the papers that are laying on the floor that are all being interacted with his like wind spells and stuff. He'll even like suck them all up into a ball and then throw them at you. But they're also being moved around when you're running around in the arena. It was really cool. And it did elevate the fight for sure. He's not that bad. He's a cool old man, Senpou monk. He's dope, okay? But he's not that dope. Yeah, them dry leaf, Fatmo, for sure. He's gonna be like either top C. I could even see low B, to be honest, but I'm gonna go top C. He's up here with top C. This cloud deer might need to come down a little bit. There you go. I'm gonna go top C. I'm gonna go top C. Part of me wants to go low B, but the fight itself wasn't that cool. The coolest thing about the fight, aside from the fact that it was an old man whooping your ass, is the papers on the ground. Is the papers on the ground. So I think I'm gonna go top C. Kind of liked him more than Jared Leto. Fuck it, I'm doing it. Jared Leto comes down to C. Non-void comes up to low B. I did it. I did it. I'm sorry. He had more far-reaching ramifications with the story of the game. It was just more. You even got a cutscene with him. Yeah. Non-void comes up to low B. Yeah, dude, I kind of even want to put him above that. You know, I can't tell. But non-void comes up to B. Jared Leto comes down to C. As much of a spectacle as it was, Morbius is getting dropped down to C. Okay? Okay. What's next? Non-white? Listen. There's only two things going for this guy. This is the guy from the trailer. Where you're scraping his blade along the thing. But the trailer would lead you to believe, not really, but, you know, you might think that he's got a bigger role here to play. No, he doesn't. It's not that cool. You do fight him a couple times on the way up the snowy place. I guess at this point in the game, the only unique thing about him is that he kind of had a posture bar. You know? He kind of had to... You had to drain the... Like, he would block you, then you could attack after you drain it, which did come into play later in the game with other bosses, but I don't think he was that good. I don't think he was that cool. I don't think he was that unique. Yeah, you fight him a couple times on the way up. I just didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. I think it's a C. I think it's a pretty solid C. I'm even going to put him below the frogs, bro. Yeah. And memorability. Bit of a letdown, for sure. Bit of a letdown. Friendly reminder to vote Yakuza. Now let's move on. Old Ginseng Guai? I remember him the way he looks, but I barely remember him. Why do I barely remember this guy? Old Ginseng Guai? I remember the way he looks, so I know I fought him. Oh, you pull him out of the ground. That's why. He's one of the guys... You know those enemies in the game where it's like ingredients you can pick up, like mushrooms, but then you go to take it, and like it'll be attached to an enemy you gotta fight. This was one of those, but he was a boss. That's pretty much all I got to say. Yeah, it's a hidden plant boss. Not the best. Yeah, reskin essentially. I did not the best. Not the best. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go D. I was thinking about F, but I'm gonna go D. I'm gonna go low D, I guess. Maybe above the stones. Yeah, maybe above the... Nah, not even above that. We'll just go D. Low D. That's a low D. That's a low D. Uh-oh. Could you have fought him and I didn't fight him? Is that what this is? Did we finally find one that I didn't fight? No. Hail Axe Stalwart boss. So you can fight him? I mean, I chose to be his friend, I guess. I did fight him? Oh, I fought him. It's the guy before the cart. He sucked. Yeah, he sucked. Sorry, guys. Not good. Not good. The fact that I had to look it up even. No. Oh my God, you're right. Yes. Wow. You fight him and then he becomes your friend. I don't think we needed the fight. And is that just me? I mean, I got nothing against more boss fights, but I just don't think we needed to fight him to become a quest and a friend. He could have just been there. Yeah. I actually liked the guy. I liked him and his quest, but I already forgot about the fight. I forgot we even fought him. Yeah, I don't think it's great. I don't think it needed to be a fight. Like, wherever I put him right now, it's rating the boss fight, not his character. Because I did like his character, but dude, the boss fight... I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna go F. I'm gonna go F. Joe says F, too. I'm going F. I forgot all about it. The only thing I remember about him was his quest and his character, which was better than... I don't think we needed the fight. I don't think we needed to fight him. They could have just had him there and we talked to him. Whatever. That's a F. That's a F. You have failed the test. Poison Chief. Oh, God. Don't like it. Don't like it, guys. This is chapter 6, I believe. This was essentially the stone taluses, the rock golems, but they're poison. And they just make poison happen everywhere. So there were some unique moves to it, but it was a big rock that was just a big, spongy poison thing. Not good. Not good. I don't even think I want to go... Listen. You guys, it's F. It's F. I can't go D. I can't go D on Poison Chief. No. I'm sorry. Isn't there even a couple of them? No. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. That's a F. That's a F! Red Boy. Now here is a big one, you guys. Where do you guys think Hellboy goes? I had one problem with this fight. Chichikov, I had one problem. I could see you going S with it. Joe went S. I could see an S, but I got one problem with this fight. Do you guys know what it is? My one problem with this fight is it was too easy. Too easy. For a fight this epic, this was like the end of chapter 5. It was the send-off for that whole chapter and volcano area, whatever. And it should have been way harder. It should have been way harder. I think the entire fight could have been S tier if it was harder. I wasn't OP. No, I wasn't. It was hard for other streamers? Well, they need to get good, I guess. Because no, dude, this was not even one of the harder fights in the game. I wasn't even OP. I died at other bosses way more than this. I just don't think... I think visually it was really cool. I loved all the yellow spikes coming out of the ground. All that was really cool. But, like... for the spectacle alone and the visuals, I am going to go A. You guys, I'm going to go A. It's not going to get an S just because it was way too easy. It was good. Sexy red devil woman. Yeah, it was good. But like, A. It was A. Too easy. I'm debating. I'm debating going S, but I'm not going S. I'm going A. Higgins says it's fair. I'm going A. Red Boy could have been S if I died to it a few times. Could have been S. Okay? Okay. Rusty gold cart. There it is. It's just another cart, you guys. I didn't even remember there being that many. So that cart is going to go with the other carts in the F. Okay? The quest was cool enough. The fights were not. All right? Oh my god. Here he is, you guys. Here he is. Scorpion Lord. Well, Olvidel wanted to know the top 5 hardest. This is the top 3 hardest, in my opinion. Big blue head. Let me type that in and see who it is. You think one's missing from the list? Let me see. Big blue head boss. Did I fight Big Blue Head? Who was it? The first guy you find? Let's talk about Scorpion Lord first. Scorpion Lord is an awesome boss. This dude did get me a little tilted, for sure. I was blaming the game. And I still think it did have a couple problems. But not any that other similar bosses didn't have. Like, the minute I switched up the spear and went back to the stick, it was better. The minute we changed my build, we got him, like, right away. But when I was trying to use the little spear, I couldn't reach him. You couldn't get any closer because his hitbox, but I couldn't reach him. So the minute we switched, it was better. Okay? No, but with that said, I don't think he was hard for the wrong reasons. I think this boss was awesome, dude. I think this was a legitimate challenge. It was so cool. You find him in the secret area of chapter 4 with the fall leaves, you know? And I loved how he's laying on that roof just drinking. And he even tells you, he's like, bro, just go about your way. I don't got no beef unless you mess with my pots. But then you break a pot and his buzzed ass jumps off the roof and he's ready to throw Stinger. Okay? And then it is awesome. Honestly, I think it's one of the better fights, you guys. I think it's so cool. I think his character was so cool. I think it's going to go up there with the top A. I'm going to be real with you. I think he's even cooler than Red Boy was, even though Red Boy had cool visual effects. I think Scorpion Lord's cooler. Man, I'm so tempted to even put it in the S. But if I put it in the S, it would just be me putting it in the S because it was one of the harder ones for me. But he didn't have the spectacle appeal to contend with some of these S. Okay? It did break me, though. I died to him probably the most, if not second only to what we'll get to soon. It's an A. It's top A. I thought he was just so cool. I loved his voice. I liked a lot about it. Okay? But he's going top A. Top A. Whoop. Go this. Shin-a-ding-a-dang. Ching-a-da-gang. Shing-a-dang. Which one is this? What is this? A little shing-a-dang? Did I do the little shing-a-dang? What is this? Shing-gang-dang boss. Black Myth? Which one is this? Oh, it's the first one. Oh, yeah, okay. I forgot they just called it that. Yeah. So this is the first rock was chapter 2, right? The rock dude chapter 2? After the Buddha eyes were collected. Okay. I don't know, dude. What do you guys think of this? I'm kind of just impartial on this one. There did wind up being a lot of these bosses that were kind of like this. Is it? No, it's not the thing I transformed into, I don't think. No, we've got other ones of those that we got the transformation from. I don't know, you guys. Oh, that's right. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. This is the one that's like by the first stone golem. And the cool thing is if you don't kill this guy or the rock golem, they'll fight each other. And I think that is cool and it deserves some praise. But I don't know. The coolest thing about it is that they'll fight each other. But other than that, you guys, I think he's pretty mid. I'm just going to throw him. I'm going to throw him in mid-D. I'm sorry. He's going to be by the bat. I don't like him. He's okay. It's cool that you get all the Buddha eyes and then you activate him. And it's extra cool that they fight each other. But that's like the only saving grace for me. That's like it. Okay? I kind of think the rock golem is even more memorable than him because I fought him first. And then this guy just kind of felt like another similar kind of thing. So, not the best. Let's keep chugging along. I stacked them with the frogs. Yeah. Son of Stones. Man, what a pushover, dude. I was hoping for more out of this guy. Because this guy's in the trailer when he's clapping. And you even find him when you're on the cloud and he's sitting there clapping in-game. I thought that was cool. I did. Little Son of Stones, you know what I'm saying? Pretty cool, but... You guys, he died before he even stood up. Yeah, he didn't even want to fight. He died before he even stood up, you guys. So if we're going to rank it as a boss fight, I'm sorry, it's going to go F. There wasn't even a fight. So then we're just ranking him off visual presentation, which, like, okay, he's cooler than some of the other stone things. And I like that he claps. But come on, you guys. It's just, there's no fight. Yeah, there's no fight, so whatever. Gonna drop this to the end. Stone Vanguard, here we go. This is what I keep talking about when I'm talking about the Stone Golem. Now, when we first got to this, I thought it was cool. Because even though there is Stone Golems like this in a lot of other games, I think it did have enough character. It had enough potential to kind of stand aside from those. Had a lot of cool moves where it slammed the ground and the stuff would come up. And I think that was cool. But then as the game went on, we did see more and more of these with just other elemental buffs and stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking he's going to be mid. Now, you run into him in Chapter 2. So early on, I thought he was pretty cool. It kind of goes down. It wanes a little bit the further you get in. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking about it as a first playthrough. So, like, you know, I think he's higher than these other ones. He's higher than the Shingadang and the other poison ones and all that crap. I'm going to put him up here in the sea, okay? I'm going to put him, like, above the frogs, okay? Now, he's in there with the frogs. He's mixed in. He's mixed in with the frogs, okay? That's where he's at. That's where he's at, okay? Now, Yellow Loong. I bet some people that were watching waiting for this one to come up. Yellow Loong. Hard as nails. Hard as nails, you guys. You fight him in the caves. Optional, I believe, right? Off to the side. He doesn't even look that menacing when you first get there, but woo! We died to him quite a bit. You guys are thinking S? Well, here's the thing. He's not much of a spectacle. He does lack some of that S-tier presentational quality, right? But where he makes up for it is the fight. So this is one of those ones where, like, whereas some of the higher up bosses we have weren't that hard, you know, but they were really, really cool in terms of, like, the spectacle. Yellow Loong is the opposite. I'm just clearing some of these tabs out. Yellow Loong is the opposite, where he didn't have a lot of spectacle, but the fight itself was very engaging. It was a challenge. We got stuck there for a bit in a good way. It was like a dance fighting with this guy. Okay? So I don't think he is a standout in terms of the visual presentation, but I cannot deny that if we're looking at all these bosses together, he's an S-tier fight. He's above this even. I'm not going to put him above Yellowbrow, because Yellowbrow kind of had a mixture of all these things. It was a challenge, especially at that point in the game, and it had the spectacle, you know? Shit, dude, I might even put Yellowbrow above this. S-tier is kind of just, they're all just S, right? But Yellow Loong is going to be S. Fat Mo said S. Okay, cool. He's S, for sure. He's S because of the fight. It was a challenging fight. It was like a flow of a dance. It was cool. It was hard as nails. S tier for Yellow Loong. S tier. Okay? Supreme Inspector. I hated this guy. I thought it was lame. When we first run into him, because you remember you find him in the previous chapter first, and you fight him a little bit, but then he flies away and a cutscene happens. The hand had me like, oh damn, this could be S tier. I thought the design of him is awesome, because while he's fighting, he's even doing like hand symbols and stuff, like really cool. I loved the design. I do. But then when you actually fight him in chapter 6, I hated it. I hated that he sits on this, like, he sits on the fidget spinner thing, whatever you want to call it, the Bakugong again, not a Bakugong, what is it? What's the thing that spins around? We were talking about in Zelda so much, it's escaping me right now. I hated it. I just hated it. I didn't have fun with the fight. It's in a tight little closed circle, too. He's spinning around on that stupid goddamn thing. Beyblade, that's what I'm thinking of. I hated it, dude. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. The only thing I liked about it is that his head is a hand. That's it. That's seriously it. I'm sorry, guys. It's gonna go low D. It's above them, Man and Stone. Maybe it's above Non-Pure. Maybe it's above the Deists. Maybe it's above him. I'm just moving up a little bit. I can't. Bro, he's just down here. He's just like somewhere in low D. No, we're not starting any game today. This is all we're doing today, bro. So, this is just, he's low D. I did not like it. I'm even trying to fight myself to not put it in F. But I think he's at least a challenge more than these. So, he's going to go in D. But I did not like him. Didn't like him, okay? Those are going to get dropped down. Red Loong, let's do. We're nearing the end, you guys. We're going to make it. Red Loong. The first of the Loongs that I fought. I think the first one you can fight, maybe. You got to do the behind the waterfall. So you stop the water, which is cool, in the first chapter in the forest. And you go in and you fight Red Loong. I think it's tight as hell. I think it's tight. And if you take into consideration that it's like the first one, it's very early on. This is like the coolest thing you see early on. Because you stop the waterfall, you go in, it's this cool dragon flying around. And then what's more is you got to break the things on his back. So it's got like a whole mechanic built in. I liked it. It's not S tier, but I really liked it. Let's see where it lands. It's going to be B. Yeah, it's going to be B. I even like it more than the bear. It's up there with the bear and Black Loong. Red Loong and Black Loong are going to be tied up here, okay? I really like the design of them. I like the arena when you walk in. I did like a lot of it. Mo says A. Can't go A. He's not better than those. But he's going to go B. He's going to go B. I thought about going A. There's a part of me that even wanted to go A, but I feel like it's only that cool because you're that early in the game. Like, if we did a tier list right after we fought him and we didn't play the rest, he'd be in, like, the S. You know what I mean? But comparing him to the rest of the game, it kind of wanes a little bit. It's going to go B. He's high B. He's tied with the bear for me, okay? That's all I got to say about that. Now, second sister. Now, this is the one you fight before going into the hole, right? This is right when you get to chapter 4 and you go... You fight the spider before you go into the hole. I don't have much to say about this one. It's just a spider fight, and you will fight the spiders again later. And the next spider fight is way cooler. So, like, the design of the spider is cool. This one, not the best. And it's also very easy. We did it on the first try. You know what I'm saying? Galactic boy, you know what I'm saying? Your prayer beads are looking nice. I'm thinking it's going to go C. It goes low C. It goes down here somewhere. I'm not going to go to D yet because I do like it. And I like the women that turn into the spiders. I think the spiders look really cool and gross in this game. And at least this is right when you get to chapter 4. So it was like a new feeling environment. I'm going to go C. I'm going to go low C on that. Okay. But there is a better spider and we'll get to that soon. Okay. Tiger Vanguard. Secret? Which one's this? I fought it. We beat this guy right away. I think 2 tries? Not that hard. Not that hard. I mean, he's cool. He's chapter 2. I think he was in the secret area in chapter 2, right? Yeah. He was down the well? What? No, that was the other guy, I think. But, dude, here's okay, man. Like, I like the humanoid animals in this game. Like, he is cool. Yeah, chapter 2 before the giant beetle. And, I mean, like, I don't know. He wasn't that hard, and he was cool, but he was only cool because we didn't find a Yin Tiger yet. The minute you get to Yin Tiger, this guy becomes like, we have Yin Tiger at home. You know, this guy's like Yin Tiger off of Wish. I'm not trying to hate on him. Yeah, Freshie, I'll show you. You're thinking of this guy, the Mad Tiger. Where's he at? Even the name is similar. Right here. You're thinking Mad Tiger. He was in the well. He's in C-list. Tiger Vanguard is probably going to go in there with him, to be honest. He's cool. He is. He's going to go in there with him. He's going to be mid-C. He's going to be mid-C. I don't hate him, Joe. I don't think he's like D. I like the humanoid bosses a lot. I typically do. He's going to go mid-C. He's in there with Mad Tiger and Buddha's right hand. Okay? He's not great. He's definitely not this. Let's just say that. Tiger Vanguard. This one's cooler in every way. This is cooler in every way. So this one's not optional. It's the main one. And this is the one that everyone's familiar with because the trailers and everything in the pool of blood. Way cooler. And he's a skill check early on. He's hard. He's a little bit harder when you're in chapter 2. Okay? This is not a D. No. This is awesome, bro. His eyes are insane. Look at them right now. He's all drinking the blood in the pool of blood fight. I love this thing. This is awesome. And again, keep in mind, this guy's got a little bit of everything. He's got a little bit of spectacle. He's got a cool arena. He's a challenge early on. He's very memorable. He's very, very memorable, okay? Fighting him in that pool of Kool-Aid, it's awesome. I feel like he's easy to forget because there's, so much game after that. But damn, early on, he was one of the best, okay? I don't think we can get him to S. But dude, it's close. I want to get him to S. But I think we're going to go A, and he's going to go he's going to be up there with Red Boy, Tiger Vanguard, Fubon, all those. It's close. He could be S, but he's not. He's A, okay? He's cool, though. Now, this is the guy that I thought it was earlier. This is the guy that you fight on the windy bridge in the desert area of Chapter 2. And, I don't know, he's not that hard, but you get his summon. And honorable mention, I did upgrade his summon. I cultivated it all the way, and I used him for pretty much the entire game. I felt like his summon was really good because when you upgrade it, he unsheaths it real fast. It comes out quick. It packs a punch, and it knocks a lot of people down. Okay? So, the fight's not that cool. It's whatever. Take it or leave it. Cool that he gives you a good summon, though. Okay? But not that memorable. It's really not that memorable of a fight, you guys. I'm going to go D. Yeah, I think I'm going to go D. I don't know what you guys are feeling about this one, but I think I'm going to go D. But probably like highest D. There's just not a lot about him, you know? Highest D. If you know what you're doing, he dies right away. I'm going to go highest D. I don't even think he can squeeze up to C. But shout out to him for giving me the summon. I'm glad that I got it and used it, okay? Let's do this one. Top takes bottom. Bottom takes top. It's not letting me open that one for some weird-ass reason. What's up with that? Let's see. I can open that one. There we go. Top takes bottom. Bottom takes top. This is the guys that were in the ball. In the Wonder Ball. Wonder, 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 wonder who? Top takes bottom, top, inside the Wonder Ball. So they're in the big old steel ball, they're rolling around, and then it comes apart. And they kind of each use their piece of the ball as a shield. That was the cool thing about it, and that was the only cool thing about it, really. But I liked it more than... I'll tell you what I liked it more than. It wasn't great, but I liked it more than Fast as Wind and Quick as Fire. Yeah, B or C. Yeah, I liked it more than them. I liked it more than Non-Pure, more than these guys. I did like it. Commander Beetle's got to probably come down, by the way, like quite a bit. Top takes bottom. Bro, he's higher up in D. No, he's going to go to C. He's going to go to C. He's going to go low C. The fire guys need to come down. Fastest Fire needs to come down. These guys are going to come up. They're going to come up a little bit. I like the fight. It had a thing. It at least had a thing. It was two people in a ball, and then it separates. Whatever. It was cool. It's mid to low C. It's mid to low C. All right? Venom Daoist. I mean, dude... Why does he keep doing that, man? Come on. This is the dude with all the limbs, and you got to cut him off if you want to get the special armor. If you kill him too... I like that there's at least that element where if you kill him too fast, you won't chop up his arms and complete that quest or whatever it is, you know? But really, I don't think he's that memorable. I think he had potential, but he didn't really deliver, you guys, if I'm being real. You fight him a couple times. Most memorably in the cave, like chapter 4, I feel like. But yeah, I think he's pretty mid. He's not the best. He's not the worst. He's not really that memorable for me. I think he's going to go in the C for sure. He's probably just mid C. Right there, actually. This fine where he landed. Yeah. I could even put him lower. He's right there. He's mid C. We're moving on. Oh, here he is. I'm just going to skip it right here. Look, here's the second encounter. They felt even similar, dude. Even the first encounter and second encounter didn't feel that different. You know? I feel like he's going to go right up next to the buddy. He's going to go right next to his first. So he's going to go where we just put the other one. Boom. Right there. Side by side. Mid-C. Yeah. Mid-C. Let's move these guys down. I did this one. Okay, I remember this. Misty Cloud, Cloudy Mist. This is like all the bosses in Chapter 5 were like, you know, poopy fart, farty poop, you know, yin-yang thing going on. But Misty Cloud, Cloudy Mist, I only liked one thing about it. I'm serious. I only liked one thing about this fight. The fact that this dude would like do a flashbang like the FromSoft logo before the Bandai Namco one, before they nerfed it. He would do like a flashbang, and then the other guy would start going, "My eyes! My eyes! And he couldn't see, and then you could attack him, and that was like the only thing I liked about it. Only thing I liked about it. Seriously, that was it. The rest of it was just pretty mid for me. Not great. It's going to come down to the D, you guys. But it's going to be not low D. It's like somewhere... It's like by the Shinabadang, you know, down here. It's down here. It's like mid D. Mid D, I feel like. I did like that guy screaming my eyes. I mean, I'm a simple man. When someone gets flashbanged and starts screaming, I get enjoyment out of it. So it's right there in kind of the upper D, all right? Violet Spider. Now, this is the one I'm thinking of, right? Yeah, this is the main spider fight. So this is after the whole caves and all that. When you're coming out of the caves of Chapter 4, and you fight Violet Spider. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the one. And it's in that whole cavern. Now, this is like the legitimate, full-fledged fighter boss, in my opinion. There are a couple things that elevate it. The fight itself was not that hard. Not too memorable, especially because we've already been seeing spiders before this. You all know what I'm going to say, right? Come on. Like, after you kill it, and the swarms of spiders come out, bro, how are you going to forget that? That was insane. And it had that, like, next-gen horde-looking visuals that was just like... I've never seen that in a game. Some people commented, like, saying, what other... Like, it's like kind of what Space Marine 2 is doing with the hordes right now, but then also... There's some other game that did the horde stuff before, but I didn't play it. Oh, Plague Tale. It was like that. But it was like that with spiders, and it was horrifying. So after you beat it, all the spiders come out, and you gotta run, and I'm happy that it wasn't a cutscene. You're actually playing. The spiders are just like flowing in from everywhere, and that alone does make it very memorable. Correct. Nightmare scene. Even if you don't have arachnophobia. So the fight really wasn't that great. And it was kind of easy, but I am going to say it's even above Jared Leto. I am going to go low B just because the spider thing. I'm sorry. It's kind of a throwaway, but like by all accounts, the Violet Spider should be down in the C tier. But dude, the way that it ended with the swarm, it bumps it up to B. That's just, it is what it is. Because I'm not going to forget that. I'm not going to forget the spider swarm, okay? It's great. It's a low B. I'm going to put it the lowest B because the fight's not that great, but the spider swarm is amazing. Okay? Wandering Light. It took us this long to find this guy. Wandering White. Sorry. This is like the first guy you find that isn't tied to the tutorial, I guess. I love it. I think it's a great introduction. It's weird finding the big head dude walking around out here. He's very intimidating. I think it's a really cool early fight. I do. Yeah, it's the newbie killer. I think it's great. I think he's kind of underappreciated, if anything. I fought him quite a few times. I just really liked him, and it's a cool build-up to Elder Jinchi. I don't know about S. He's up here in A, you guys. Part of me is thinking about going S, but... What do you think? You think S? I don't know, man, because then he'd have to be above my Scorpion Lord. I can't have that. I don't think I can have that. Beginner killer, yeah, but does that really warrant an S? I mean... Man, he was cool, though. It's one of those things like I'm saying, where like in retrospect, looking back at the game, maybe he's not S, but dude, if I was to rate him, like the second day into the game, he was S. Dream On Gaming. I'm going to go A, you guys. I'm going to go A. He's up there with Scorpion Lord. He's not quite S for me, but he's awesome. And I won't forget him. Okay? I'm going to cut to the chase here. I'm not going to waste any time on this. The Waterwood Beast, the Hippo, F. Terrible. Terrible. Hated it. Stupid. Throwaway boss. Garbage. Literally probably my least favorite in the game. Hated it. Not good. Chapter 6. Bad. Hippo goes to F tier. Hippo goes to F tier. And the fact that we've got the Rhino, which is just the Hippo but better, makes the Hippo even worse. Hippo goes to F. F. F Hippo. White-clad Noble. Honestly, pretty good. It's the merman. I'm a merman, not a merboy. This is a gatekeeper early on too, I feel like. I didn't get stuck here too bad, but I heard a lot of people did. I heard a lot of people did. It's a good fight. He's fast. He's swimming around. You get that secret bell over there to the left. You got to get the Elder Jinchi bell. He's cool, man. I liked it. And I was actually worried, like, he kind of felt like a little bit of a throwaway one early on. Like, I thought maybe we'd run into a lot of people like him or enemies like him, but we didn't. We didn't. He kind of stayed unique. I did like him. I don't think he's bad. I think he's pretty damn good, actually, for an early boss. I think he's going to go... I'm going to go highest B. I'm going to go highest B because he's a harder fight than the bear, but he's less of a spectacle. But I also like that he's swimming around in the water. I'm going to go B. He doesn't hit the memorability level of these in A, but he's a B. A or B? Yeah, cool. I got him in highest B. Highest B. Okay? What's this? The Yaksha King? So this is just the second part of the other fight? I'm not going to do that thing. This list is like piecing them out separately. I'm not going to do that. So this to me is just part of the Red Boy fight. I'm going to lump it together. And we put the Red Boy fight up in A. So to me, Red Boy, Yaksha King, kind of the same thing. Okay? So I'm going to put it right there. It's in the A. It's the same fight. It takes place in the same sequence, you know? I forgot about this guy. The yellow-robed squire. He's more of a quest than a boss fight, you know, but you do fight him. He's the guy that you're doing on the way to the beetle, the Fubon fight. He's like the side quest in Chapter 2. I thought his character was cool. I liked it. He has you go get the meat from the tiger temple thing, you know. I don't know, though. The fight itself is not that cool. The fight itself's not that cool, right? It's not that memorable. It's kind of like the other guy in here, where the character Chen Lung is more memorable than his fight. And just like that, Yellow Robe Squire is more memorable than his boss fight. So his boss fight, it's not the worst, but honestly, it's going to be down here in the D. It's just not that cool. It's down there. It looks good. It's down there in the D. Not C. Not enough. His character elevates it a bit, I agree, but no. Not the fight. Not the fight. Yellow Wind Sage, man. I have a feeling I like this guy more than the average person. I have a feeling I like this one more than the average person. This is, from what I've read, an early game gatekeeper for sure. Like, this is like the first really hard one, I would say. He's the first, you want Liza P again, huh? We will eventually. He's the first really harder challenge up until this point, you know? He whooped my ass a bit. I think there's a lot of cool stuff about him. I think I'm going to pull an unorthodox move here, you guys, and I'm going to put him in S. That might be a hot take for some people compared to the other ones, but I just love this whole quest line, dude. I love that he's holding the Buddha head, and I love that when we went and did the Fubon quest, we learned more about him, and then he was like on our team to fight Fubon, and then we got the wind mantle thing that we could use in his fight, which is also like the first introduction to the whole recurring themes of like, you get an item that will help you for the end of the chapter boss. I think this guy is great. I really like it, man. I do think he's better than Scorpion Lord. I think the Scorpion Lord fight is better. But the Scorpion Lord has nothing else, you know? There's no quest line. There's no evolution of the character, you know? He's just kind of this really, really A-tier side boss. Whereas the Wind Sage is a main boss. It's very memorable. It's tied to the Fubon fight, which was very memorable to me. I just really liked it. And I even liked the fact that after you come back with the wind ability and you use it, he then references it and he says, oh, you're using this against me? I just really liked it. And in fact, I like that a lot of these bosses do that, the good ones. I'm putting them in S. Galactic agrees. I got him an S. I'm not going to forget it. I love that whole quest line. I really did. With him banging the drum, dude. It was just so cool, man. S. He's S. Yep. He's S. He's going S. Yep. Yin Tiger. There's no conversation here. There's none. S. S. Oh my God. Oh, it's just such an S tier. This is like probably the easiest S of the list so far. The fight is hard, but not too hard. It's like challenging, but not annoying. His moves are some of the coolest moves in the entire game. He gives you the transformation afterwards, which I use for the whole rest of the game. It's got to be the coolest transformation. His voice, into the leaves. Split the shrouded sky. It's just so goddamn cool, bro. It's so cool. I love it. I love that he's the blacksmith. I love that you can challenge him. I love the intro when you challenge him and he gets up like, okay. It's just so cool, dude. It's so goddamn cool, bro. It's an absolute S tier in every sense of the word. And it goes to show you that an S tier doesn't have to be crushingly hard. It's just amazing. I think he's balanced perfectly. It's cool that you can keep fighting him again if you want to practice. I love this guy. I love this guy. He's an S tier. Honest to God, I'm going to put him at the top. He's the top of the S tier so far. Oh my God, I just loved it. I love Yin Tiger. Gone with the wind. Oh my God, it was just so cool, bro. His moves were so cool. S. Triple S tier, bro. Yes. Yes, swung for the fences. 7 home runs in 1. Oh, here's another one. See, they split Jared Leto into 2. Yin Yang Fish is just the catfish that Jared Leto turned into. He got catfished. He turned into this. There's nothing to talk about. We already talked about it. We're just going to put it with the other one. This list split it into 2. I'm not splitting it into 2. It goes there. It goes C, okay? Zubaiji. This one gets some story points, doesn't it? In fact, our buddy here was in the story way more than I thought. When he showed up in the snow in chapter 3, I thought it was going to be like just a chapter thing. To see him come for the whole rest of the game was actually a pleasant surprise. I did like this guy. I think the fight maybe could have been cooler, but I actually really liked the arena. I like the muddy arena with him slopping around like the warthog pig that he is. I did like that. Like, I almost think about this kind of like the Jared Leto fight with that arena, but this was cooler because it was just dirty mud, you know, and he was turning into weird, muddy, watery stuff too. This was cooler than Jared Leto, though. He's like a main character in the Journey to the West. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I got to look up some of this stuff, man. I'm out of the loop, but I got to educate myself. But I really, this character won me over. I did like his dialogue through the whole game. I liked the ups and downs. He's turning bad. He's back to good. I liked this fight. It wasn't very challenging, but the mud was cool. What do you guys think? It feels kind of mid because of that. But for example, just because of who he was, I got to put him up. He's higher than Jared Leto. If Jared Leto is going to go in C, Zubaiji is going to go above him in C for sure. And remember, the only thing elevating Violet Spider is the spiders at the end. And the only thing elevating Ling Zuzi is because it's so early in the game. Yeah, I'm going to go B. I think he's just got such an impact to the game. I think he's got to be... I got to move him up, guys. Yeah, he's going to go up. I might put him in the top of B. I mean, I started at low B, but then I moved one by one, and this is a hard one for me, because his fight... No, I can't do that. His fight wasn't cooler than that, but he's memorable, you guys. I'm going to go mid-B. Let's go mid-B. He can hang out with Kang Jin Star. How about that? Is that fair? He can hang out with Kang Jin Star. That's fair. He's gonna go mid B. But he is getting some extra points and leverage because of his character throughout the game. It's hard to separate him from that, you know? Oh, the second encounter with him? So which one's this then? Oh, right. Okay. I don't know. It's like nothing, right? This isn't even anything. What? I'm gonna do that thing. I'm just gonna dump it next to his other one. That's the boar. Yeah. It wasn't as good. At first I was gonna say I want to dump him next to the other one, but it really wasn't that good. But you know what? I'm thinking maybe just lump them together because they're the same guy. I know they're different encounters, but like, I'm just gonna lump them together. I don't know. To be real though, this one's lower. Obviously, let's just move it down. Let's just move it down. It's gonna be in the C. Let's move it down. Somewhere mid to low C, the second encounter. This main encounter is the good one. So we'll keep it at that, okay? Mother of Flamelings, I just hated it. I really hated it. This is the thing in Chapter 5 with the fire came out of the ground and it would summon all the other things out of the ground to do the fire. I'm going to be honest, it was just more annoying than anything. Wasn't great. Didn't love it. Not memorable. I already forgot about it by the time I'm done talking about it. Honestly, if these guys are in F, I feel like we're just going to go F with the Mother of Flamelings as well. It's just somewhere in here, dude. It's just not good. It's with the carts, you know, and the worm. It's just not good, okay? And now it looks like we have made it down to the final ones, you guys. This is it. We're right on schedule. We knew the tier list was going to take the whole day. Here we go. All right, final ones. Let's see. So this is the true ending form. The Stone Monkey, which goes to him. Heavenly Kings goes there. This goes there too. Okay, so I'm just getting him in order. Okay, we're going to save him for last. So let's do Stone Monkey. Let's do Stone Monkey, okay? So moving into the end game, Chapter 6. Come along with me. Stone Monkey. I'm not going to separate these. I'm not going to separate these. So we'll talk about Stone Monkey. But Stone Monkey is just the first phase of the Great Sage's Broken Shell. Okay, so we're just going to lump them together. I don't know why sometimes they separate them like this. There it is. Oh, I already had it pulled up. I forgot. Yeah, I meant to do the other one. Where is it? The Great Sage. The Great Sage's Broken Shell. What a cool name too, huh? So this is the same fight. You do the Stone Monkey, and then after that you fight the Great Sage's Broken Shell. I'm not going to split them apart, okay? I do have a complaint about this fight, okay? Everything in the fiber of my being wants to put it in the S tier. It does. Because just the goddamn sass and the attitude this guy's got, and the way that he can take your moves, you know, like he drank my gourd flask. He grabbed my stick when I stood on it, and he just like, he had like a counter that was so cool to a lot of these moves, okay? But now I'm going to throw you a curveball, Galactic, in Trey. I did have one problem with this boss. I did. Pretend you didn't... Well, two. I got one problem, and then I got one nitpick. All right? Let me see what you think, if this is a hot take or not. And we'll see as the days go on, if any comments come in, if this is a hot take or not. But I think everything about the build-up, everything about the environment and the arena and the sunset and his visual design and his attitude and the moves were all S tier material. Okay? The one problem I had is he's too easy. If you didn't do the true ending, so you didn't go fight Erlang and you just came here and fought him, it needed to be harder. It's a final boss. I beat him on the second try. And the first try, we were just dicking around, like, seeing what he did. Yeah. I just feel like it wasn't as hard as it could have been. So, like, I don't argue with anybody putting it in S tier because I can see the cool stuff he does and the build up and everything outweighing the fact that it's not that hard. And like I said, difficulty is not everything. But here's where I get to my nitpick, okay? I love the fact that he can grab the stick when you do something and slam you down. I love the fact that he can grab my gourd and drink it when I try to heal. I wish they happened in-game and not a cutscene. Well, yeah, I mean, you might say the fact that other streamers are struggling, but I didn't, that makes it my problem, correct? But that's why this is my list. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making a tier list for other streamers, you know? Right, they're not the Sekiro god like me. So this is my list. But listen, you guys, at the end of the day, I could see you putting him in S or A. I'm gonna go highest A for Stone Monkey and highest A for Great Sage's Broken Shell. You can throw tomatoes at me if you want, but if I was stuck at him for an hour and he was like a more challenging but satisfying thing, he'd be in the S. I'm even second guessing myself now, you guys. Part of me thinks he should just be, oh my God. I'm thinking about the memorable thing, and I guess he is memorable. Here's what I'll do. I'll put him in S because it's iconic, but I'm not going to put him at the top. Okay? Because I do think he would have been improved if he was a little bit harder. I really, really do. And my nitpick, when he comes to drink your gourd, or when he does one of those things, it shouldn't have gone into a cutscene. It should have happened in-game. I think it took you out a little bit too much. Like, for example, if he wasn't easy, if he was harder like I wanted, and those were still cutscenes, and those weren't cutscenes, I would have moved him up. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense what I'm saying? Because when you drink the gourd, the whole fight stops, and it turns into a cutscene, and then he walks up and does it. It would have been cooler if in-game he did it. It stayed in-game engine, even if you couldn't move for a minute, and it didn't pull you out. I think that could have been an improvement. You know, that one's a nitpick. But the legitimate critique is he should have been a little harder. Like, he's the final boss. He should have been a little harder, okay? But that brings us to the real star of the show. The man, the myth, the legend. Is it Erlong or Erlang? The sacred divinity. The true ending form. So not the intro fight. The true ending. Here's the thing about Erlang. Here's the thing, you guys. You may think that he goes in S tier. You may think, oh, easy, he just goes in S tier, right? Well, you'd be 100% right. He goes in S tier for every single reason. You guys, this is the true final boss. If you play through this game, I urge you to fight this man. It's better than the actual main final boss. This is way better. This has got the challenge, but it's got even more spectacle. This is an S tier in every sense of the word. The spectacle was S tier. Several phases of just non-stop cinema. Turning into the Stone Monkey. It turns into like a huge Godzilla fight, bro. It's insane. It's so cool. Everything about it. It went on forever. This felt like the true final boss. It did. And maybe that's part of the reason that I've got the broken shell a little bit lower. Is because we fought this guy, and then we just went straight to the main final boss. So it felt inferior. Even though it was cool for what it was. This is the true S tier final boss. Yeah, and I beat him with the rock form like a boss, bro. This, though, had everything that I would ask for a final boss. It was very challenging, but not annoying, you know. It had several phases, like here they are, you know, you fight him, and then you fight the 4 kings, like this, when you're a huge monkey, the stone monkey. And then you fight Erlang Shen, like this, where you're both huge. It was just so cool, bro. All of it. This is where all the budget went for the end. This is the true final, bro. These guys, and I'm counting them all as one. So these all go to the S at the very top spot. I think that was the absolute send-off of the game. It was the finale, and then the Broken Shell was just kind of like the main... You know what? I will put the Broken Shell up here. I do think, I'm going to be honest, I think Broken Shell does go below Yin Tiger. Because of the things I said. I'm serious. I think Yin Tiger is more iconic, and he will remain more iconic as time goes on in the community. I think Broken Shell, if it was a little bit harder, and if they tweaked what I said about the cutscene stuff, maybe it could swap Yin Tiger, but I gotta put Yin Tiger right where it's at. Yeah, it turned into a kaiju fight. It was just so cool, bro. So there you go. Are you pleased with the results? Right. It was a hard one, you guys. There was a lot to go through here. I think we've got everything here. That was a massive playthrough for me. I loved every second of it. I think even with the downs, like the ups and downs, the game is still a 10 out of 10. It's an all-time favorite game of mine. This is in the upper echelon of these kind of games. Best game that's come out this year. I think it's the best game that's come out since Elden Ring, to be honest. That's just me. I loved it. The lows of this game are still higher than the lows of other comparable games. I even think Elden Ring had lower lows than this does. I do. I really do. I don't think this is like the better game overall with, you know, given the grand scheme of everything. But I think this game had higher lows. And I think it even had higher highs than a lot of these games. I absolutely loved it. So you can agree with my list. That's great. If you don't agree with my list, you can comment either now on the live, or actually, you know, I'm going to repost it as a VOD. So just comment on the comments. Tell me what you think. But the top 5 hardest bosses for me would have been Erlang for sure is the hardest one in the game. Then followed by Scorpion Lord for me was the next hardest one. You know, your mileage is going to vary based on your build and your skills and everything. But Scorpion Lord was number 2 for me. And then where's he at? Yellow Loon was probably number 3. And this is even probably the order of the most I died, you know. Yellow Loon is probably the next one. And then as we go into the 4th and 5th hardest, I don't know. I need to think about it then. Let's just do top 3. Top 3 hardest is Erlang, or Lang, whatever, Yellow Loon, and the Scorpion Lord. But the order would be Erlang, Scorpion Lord, Yellow Loon for me. Where'd you go, Scorpion Lord? I can't have you... Where'd you just go? I just dropped him somewhere. Well, now he moved, but you knew he was in the top of the A. Oh, there he is. There he is. So there's my list, you guys. And with that said, thank you. This has been the quintessential Black Myth Wukong, every boss ranked tier list. It's the only list that matters. We crushed this game. And we will be back to play this game again. It is true. Yeah. And so thank you guys so much. And the help of the chat playing through this game, I definitely wouldn't have found all these hidden bosses on the first playthrough without a guide, you know, but I didn't even use a guide. I just used the chat. So you guys are absolute legends, the best. I love you guys. It's been great fun playing this game. And we will come back and play it again eventually, just like we do all these big boss, Souls-like type games. We are getting a DLC. Yep, I did hear about that. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Same place, same time, tomorrow. Okay? I love you guys. Shout out to Game Science. I know they like to watch the stream. You've made a phenomenal game. I'm here. You've got my attention for what you've got next. I will see you